Hey folks, how's it going? Hey babe. We're down to chapter 7. We're almost done with Arcade Spirits. Unless my voice decides to be real good and hold out, we're probably only going to be doing chapter 7, but we'll see. Might have the strength to push through and get everything done. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Also, I found out through a little research that our arcade in the Bangor Mall is actually called Spaceport and not Dream Machine. Dream Machine was the main mall one, but that's fine. I like Dream Machine better than Spaceport, so it is the name of a chain of New England arcades, so it still works. It's like someone's reviving the name, and that's good enough for me. Not a lot I need to chat about. It was nice to see Joe stream last night and not have a troll try to troll on her. Badly, I should add. Do a very bad job of attempting to be a troll. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to talk about though. It was a pretty chill night. I saw Johnny started the Batman Telltale game, which was a good time. I genuinely hope he doesn't. I think he has. Pardon me. I think he has been so far, but like, I genuinely hope he enjoys it because. I look forward to how he ends. I genuinely look forward to how he ends up finishing that that game because there are some hard decisions. Dream Machine is a way better name, yeah, for sure. But yeah, there are some tough decisions near the end, and I look forward to what final chapter he gets. There's a part of me that hopes he gets someone opposite mine, but you know, we'll see. Anyway, let's jump over here. Get started. I don't have a lot of, like I said, I don't have a lot of preamble this time, so. And if you're new in, yes, you do get this opening screen every chapter. Now we're on New Game Plus, because now we have our own arcade. Yeah. The same voice for the game. It's just like, between yesterday and today, the only other thing that really happened was, I guess they finally done a thing where you can save on your broadband for a little while through the government. So I applied for that, but I haven't heard back. Other than that, I don't have a lot today. Also, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, please stay safe. Please stay cool. If you need to, look up advice on how to stay cool, because they're looking at like 100+ degree heat wave all weekend. We're kind of getting a heat wave here, but it's like low 90s. You know, it's hot summer days for sure, but it's nothing in comparison. Anyway, look at their Portland. Yeah, they're looking at 106, 113, and 111 the next few days. Today's 93. And then it will drop back down to the 90s. Like the low 90s for the rest of the week. Meanwhile, we're topping out today at 68. And then by Monday, looks like 91 is going to be the high, and then possibly rainy for the next few days after that. And, you know, boring-ass Maine weather. Anyway, it is a distant future year 20XDX. And for the first time, I am entirely in control of my destiny. I'm no longer merely working in an arcade, I'm working on my future. Which admittedly still involves working in an arcade, but still, my future. I'll admit it feels weird. I'd grown so used to going with the flow, letting life batter and bruise me, that having a true and honest hand on the controls is a bit terrifying. Everyone's counting on me to keep the flame of Miss Francine's Funplex alive as we move into the era of Dream Machine. And, well, my hands are on the controls, and I tend to steer the ship true. They're relying on me to be the steady rock in the chaos of this new project, so that's what I have to be. I'll make them all proud of me, and proud to be a part of Dream Machine. If there's one driving reason to make Dream Machine work, it's Ashley. to give her a home away from home after the fall of the Funplex. This will be ours, and I'm not going to settle for anything less, no matter what it takes. Now all that's left is to get through opening day without incident. I arrived early that morning to go over any last-minute preparations and make sure everything is in order. Plus, Juniper was sick of watching me pace back and forth at home after breakfast. So she lovingly shoved me out the apartment and told me to be productive. Now I stood in awe of the building, the dream I poured my heart and soul into. I still barely believed it myself. I paused a moment to let the reality finally hit me, and then stepped into my destiny. Pushing open the doors to Dream Machine, I was greeted by relative peace and quiet. Just the beeps and boops and people moving about doing last-minute preparations. We traveled a long and arduous road ever since the Great Wake Conspiracy. Gavin secured us a great rental space, an abandoned pizza place with that all-too-familiar triangular roof. Yeah, we have one of those the next town over. I honestly kind of miss it just because, like, you know, we only have two out of 3 chains we can order from, and one of them, specifically Domino's, just we always feel sick after we have Domino's. So, like, so we never order it. But that means if we want, unless we go with a local place, which we do sometimes, if we want chain pizza, it's Papa John's every time, and it gets old eventually. just to always have the same flavor. So I wish we still had Pizza Hut, but anyway. Nobody else wanted the building with the funny roof, but we didn't care about the funny shape. Quirk is in our favor. I really couldn't have done all the renovations this place needed without the help of our financial benefactors. Ben and Matt went in with us on the cost of renovating the space to include the bar they wanted to run. I doubt we could have done this without their backing and advice. We went with a familiar layout, if it ain't broke and all that, to show that we've still got the spirit and passion that made the Funplex great. But it's not all a carbon copy. We've got a few new additions that Francine would even be proud of. Yeah, the video wall's a nice touch. That one was my idea. It alternates between running music videos, game promos, and high-score leaderboards. We also repainted and did a general update on all the appliances and fixtures to give it a more finished feel, and less of a retired pizza place turned arcade vibe. Naomi and Percy worked together to pick out games with a decidedly retro feel. Considering Deco's focus on tickety gambling-ish games has helped us stand out from the competition. She put in a lot of hard work restoring them, and truthfully we've run into a lot of problems along the way, but watching her tirelessly working to perfect them is inspiring. Juniper and Ashley really nailed our grand experiment into unique branding. It's completely on point. By spearheading our advertising campaign, the buzz is building. Our hype train is pulling in passengers of all sorts, and the imagery they've created will ride with them long after they've left. Definitely the right call to make. All of my decisions, all of my choices made this. Made Dream Machine what it is. So much labor and love went into the project from all of us, and now all that's left is to officially open these doors. But before that fateful hour begins, I still want to do one last check on operations, just in case. Sucking up a bar and an arcade at the same time proved tricky. Fortunately, Ben and Matt were more than happy to direct the team tending the bar, the bartenders, if you will.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Business Partner. Or would you prefer simply Dan? Dan works just fine. How's the bar? Stocked with all the fixings for any number of fancy cocktails. And a few basic drafts on tap, of course. Honestly, Matt, you may need to enrich your taste buds with a mixed drink or two. Well, nothing wrong with a pint or two of ale, Ben.
Everything's coming up roses.
Anyway, we'll be all set for the opening. We'll be overseeing the bar for opening day. After that, we leave you in the capable hands of our bartenders. Good people all. That sounds like a plan. Thanks for the update. Running a barcade takes a lot of work. Glad we could divide the labor between us. After my quick check-in, I noticed the clock. Its unforgiving hands telling me that it's not long now. See, everything going perfectly. No detail overlooked. Just according to Keikaku. I probably said that wrong, but that means plan. I'm proud of everything we've accomplished. When those doors open and all our regulars come back to play, when new folks drawn by our advertising will wander in, it'll all click. I allow myself a smile, pleased with our progress. Today's going to be a great day, the first day of our new dream. It'll be wonderful. As long as no unforeseen problems pop up. Dan? Oh, it is like a Sailor Scout outfit. I watch Ashley approach me. Immediately, I'm speechless. This is the first time I've seen Ashley's mascot costume for Dream Machine. She's been keeping it under wraps for so long. Ashley and Juniper have been working really hard on matching all the new marketing designs to her newest mascot idea. I can't believe she managed to keep this costume a complete secret from me. I really had no idea. And upon seeing her in it, I'm overcome with emotion. It's just so... I couldn't say enough good things about Ashley's new costume. She looks so adorable in it. I wish I could whisk her off her feet so we could skip out on working today. He's still my beating heart. I'm going to need a moment to calm down. I freaking love it, just as much as I love you. I'm so proud of you. It's very well done. I'd expect nothing less of you, Ashley. Ah, it's such a relief. With all the stress that I've been dealing with in regards to the new opening, to have one thing be flawless is really going to make this opening go much more smoothly. I notice my praise isn't having much of an effect on Ashley, though. I'd expect her to be your bubbly, happy self. She's always so excited to show me her cosplays and projects, but something's different here. He's completely downtrodden. Dan.
I hate it.
Oh. What? What? Ashley, what do you mean? It looks fantastic. It's perfectly... Before I can finish, Ashley snatches up my words.
It's so awful. I hate everything about it. The bows are all wonky and some of the stitches didn't sew through properly on my skirt. The logo is all smudged looking and my prop staff has too many faults to list off. It's horrible.
Hey, Ashley, calm down for a minute. I don't see any of these faults you're claiming. The stress must be getting to Ashley, too. I step towards her in an attempt to ease her, place my hands on her shoulders, and look directly into her eyes. Honestly, truly, it looks amazing. You're amazing. I kiss her softly atop her forehead and smile gently. Ashley looks back at me, blinking back tears, her lower lip quivering. She swallows once before answering me.
I'm sorry. It's so awful. I've ruined everything.
The floodgates open as tears begin streaking down her face. I quickly envelop Ashley into a hug and she continues to cry into my chest. You're really overreacting. It looks amazing. You haven't ruined anything. We haven't even opened, so there's nothing to ruin. I try to make light of the situation to get her to crack a smile, but it has the opposite effect and Ashley sobs harder.
This is supposed to be your big day. Your moment of glory, and here I am, wasting your time and your energy. You shouldn't bother with me.
Ashley wriggles free from my arms and pushes me away.
That's just what I am. Just a waste of space. I'm nothing.
That's absolutely not true. Where the heck is this coming from? I've never seen Ashley this worked up on a serious self-loathing bender. This is usually my job. That's not true, Ashley. You're far from nothing. Every time I try to say something nice, Ashley fights back, refusing to accept the truth. Refusing to accept herself.
I don't deserve you. You should be with someone better. Someone who's prettier, handsomer, more talented, smarter, funnier, nicer than me.
But that is you. You are all of those things. I love you wholeheartedly. Keep spiraling farther and farther into despair, her negativity crescendoing. Normally I have one of 3 different solutions to think of any number of problems, but once I don't think anything I say will help the situation.
You deserve someone who's got their life together. And who knows who they really are.
Actually, like a week ago, we didn't have our life together at all. You guys had to have an intervention to get my life together again. Trying to comfort her again, I put my arm around her. She retracts immediately from my touch, her face contorts into a look of pain and disgust.
It's all ruined.
Ashley yells at me and I'm silenced. The wave of emotion crests, a pang of realization hits her that she was completely overtaken by her own emotions. She takes a breath, stifled by sobs.
Everything's ruined.
It's not... Tears roll continually down her face. Right? Yeah. And I self-loathe frequently. Tears roll continually down her face, hitting the unrelenting arcade floor. And I can't do this. Ashley's words break my heart. How can she say such things about herself? It's just not something I'm going to sit back and take lightly. Ashley needs help, just not from me. If I just keep pushing, it may push her away. What she really needs... I mean, these are all basically the same response. I've tried everything I can think of to reassure Ashley, and nothing I say has any meaning. I think Ashley should seek more professional help. Can you consider seeing a therapist after about this? I know my pep talks aren't going to help you right now, but someone who's a professional may be able to help you sort things out. Ashley, I'm saying this seriously because I care for you and I'm worried about you. I want you to be happy with yourself and love yourself. Ashley's suddened as she stops crying. Stifling up the last tear, she looks back at me shocked. What? How dare you imply that I need help? All I need is for you to listen to me. I have been listening to you and trying to comfort you. You aren't seeing the reason of my words. You don't believe me. I do believe that you think that way. You're just wrong, is all. I don't need you trying to convince me otherwise. I certainly don't need any help. Fine. Ashley, you're not fine. I want Ashley to understand why this is important. Wait, what? That was weird. I thought I picked the, steady and it gave me a basic. That's unusual. Or it flipped on me? I don't know, that was weird. Ashley, I know there's still a huge stigma out there on seeking help from therapists, but it's really helped so many people. There's nothing wrong with that. But I know it's scary and it's hard to accept help. You remember just a little bit ago, I had to do it too. It wasn't easy, and it took you and everyone else from the Funplex to lift me up out of my rut. Without your Wake intervention and the Wake conspiracy, I'd still be lost. But I did it, and I know you're strong. You can do this too. You don't understand anything. Ashley averts her gaze to the floor and sniffles. I think it was just, I mean, you know, it's a point. It's not a big deal, but like, that was weird. I need to go reapply my makeup before I tend to the floor. She completely ignores what I've said and runs off. I'm left in a wake of feelings, and I don't know how to handle this. Fortunately, or unfortunately, my attention is focused on my now buzzing phone.
Beep beep.
Dan, you should have opened the doors 3 minutes and 24 seconds ago. Oh, shit. 25, 26, 27... Iris, I get it. I'll be right there. Okay. Iris fades away and I close my phone. I guess I need to concentrate on officially opening Dream Machine now. First, I should change it to a non-tear-soaked hoodie. I can't handle this right now. As much as I want to stop everything and sort through this mess, I've got a job to do today. There'll be time later to patch things up with Ashley, presumably. I knew at least try to put this turmoil behind me so I can focus on the first day of Dream Machine with a smile. Despite reeling from that incident just now, I'm ready to do this, because I have to be ready. No choice. I've got big plans for the opening ceremony. I'm going to open the doors, give my prepared speech to the gathered masses, and stay on hand to greet gamers as they enter. Stepping to the forefront, I grasp the door handles and throw the gates of Dream Machine wide. Welcome to all of you. I hope that... Oh. Don't even have time to finish one line of my big dramatic speech. The crowd spills through the doors and runs right past me, eager to get to the games. Immediately, the arcade fills with the sounds of beeps and boops, games starting up, and people laughing with delight as they find their favorites. Well, there goes my entire opening ceremony plans out the window. I had all sorts of stuff planned, but you know what? If folks just want to get to gaming, who am I to argue? Well, after a few minutes of final checks around the place, I decide to move into Phase 2. Meet and greets around the arcade. I walk the arcade like I did my floor attendant days, talking with folks and making sure everything's running smoothly. Although I can probably track down Ashley too, assuming she wants to talk yet, which may not be the case. Dream Machine is my domain, open to my exploration. Where should I visit first? See if we can talk with Ashley first. Near the center of the arcade, Ashley showing off her new cosplay to Queen Bee. I know she has her misgivings about it, but people are really digging the costume. She's got a decent crowd of people around her. And that combined with the normal fans that surround Queen Bee, we've got ourselves a nice, pretty nice little gathering. Seems that one new customer has garnered the attention of Queen Bee and Ashley. Ah. I think I remember that from Deco's Palace when I was getting some fries.
Oh, hey.
Hey, look kid, a real-life in-the-wild newbie.
Hiya.
Welcome to Dream Machine. We're so happy to have you join us for opening day. Despite her earlier spike of depression, she seems to at least be able to keep up good cheer for the customers, even if it might be faked. Thank you. How should I like to pull Ashley aside and talk things over with her? It's probably best not to air any dirty laundry in front of the customers. Let's wait until it's a more opportune moment. Child, yes, you young one. Tell Dan here what you told us. I've never used a joystick before in my life. I mean, I've mostly been to Deco's Palace or played games on my phone, touchscreens and stuff, that's all. Never really been much of a gamer, but all my friends are here today, so I was figuring I might try one out.
Whoa.
Never. Not even once played on a joystick. Can you believe it? Yeah, we've all been there. No point in faulting them over it now. Aw, but that's just too cute. Be young and innocent again. And don't worry at all. Dream Machine is the right place to learn. We're a friendly, inviting sort of arcade. No mad skills required. Here, it's all about having fun. Oh yeah, and you know what's super fun? Learning how to play Fist of Discomfort. Trust me. Want to go a few rounds? I'll even spot you some tokens. Being Queen Bee's con, Ashley quickly tries to offer something else.
Nah.
Or you could join me for round 2 of TMNT. Something like a friendly cooperative brawler game to ease you into things.
Nope. No way.
Best way to learn is to jump headfirst into the deep end, I say. No regrets, just mashing buttons and moving that joystick. When you're starting with the hottest title, you've got a built-in community to learn from right at your fingertips. But turtles. Turtles who were ninjas. Yeah, right. Queen Bee, who stops noobs for fun all the time, is trying to drag this kid into Fist of Discomfort where she's gonna kick the shit out of him. Looks like I might need to jump in and persuade this kid to choose a game. They look like a deer trapped in headlights. Stuck in the crossfire. Well, let's start you out right. 2 buttons, 1 stick, endless fun. Ashley, want to show our new friend the majesty of mutants named after famous painters?
Yes.
Oh, do I? Let's go beat up some conveniently bloodless robot ninjas and get shell-shocked. Okay, sure, lead the way. And gone. I guess my chance to talk with Ashley, although I'm not sure she wanted to talk with me right now anyway. Another time, perchance. Newbie seems happy with this decision, even if it's just because they get to play with Ashley, who's a bit less intimidating. Ah, shit, I was looking forward to decimating that newbie quite a bit. Hey, Mel. Crossfire? I mean, Crossfire is fun, it's not an arcade game. But also, yeah, no, Queen Bee. In a good-natured way, of course, I'm still learning from my teammates in 4HK, and I'm eager to pass some lessons on. Alright, going back to beating the crap out of fodder. Like, exactly, she's immediately like, alright, gonna go beat the crap out of someone. You have fun out there, okay? You've earned this day through your blood, sweat, and tears. Hopefully more blood than sweat and tears. You get the idea. It's time for me to move on. We'll go check out the bar. Where we have... God. Jamaican Jam, Tempest Rum, Double Bobble, Alaskan Almonds, Extreme Water, none of that Diet Water shit here, Canadian Gangsta, Mortal Cocktail, and Rum Invader. Also, we have Totally Not Time Crisis all the way over on the right. And I can't quite make out what the other ones are supposed to be. One nice thing about being half bar, half arcade is having a pleasant place to relax and get some drinks between games. For staff and gamers alike, although the staff probably shouldn't be drinking too much. Or really at all, but that's fine. It's here that I find Percy and Gaffin having some coffee, avoiding the chaos of the gaming area. Tanked. Completely tanked.
Much obliged.
I'm glad for your little tip. I was ready to invest a good chunk of my pocketbook in that company. All my hard work would have tanked right alongside it. Well, this is par for the course of my siblings snatch up technology companies. It's a pump and dump in essence. They stir up excitement in the acquisition, then drop it once it goes cold. I've never seen one of their endeavors bear fruit for very long, thanks to their short attention span, so I'm glad I could save you the heartache.
Apologies.
No offense. Think I can handle a few accidental heart-related puns without going into cardiac arrest, my good fellow? Well, it's good to avoid a pothole on the road of finance, yes. All the better for the charities who will eventually profit from my own loss. I approach them in what seems to be a natural lull in conversation, although talk of finances is in itself quite a downer. Okay. So, stock market talk.
Ah, indeed.
Indeed. I like to do my trades in the morning before I can come to the arcade. Get all that bother over with so I can focus on Moopy. Afraid we're being astoundingly boring at the moment, Dan. Just two overly serious gentlemen talking about finance. Yeah, that's fine. I'm adulting at 110% efficiency today. Having started a new business myself, I should probably learn about how, like, money works. Oh, what would you like to know about? I'd like to invest in our future. Think long term, you know? Surviving for many years to come rather than jumping at the easiest profit I can. Any tips? Fine view to take. My own investments are preferably long term, yes. I make moment-to-moment trades, but they're backed by the stability of stock bedrock. Even after I'm gone, I expect many of those to cash out gradually. I've hired a phalanx of lawyers to carry out my wishes over the next, 30 years. Gavin, how about I show you my portfolio? Give you some ideas of how to build up a nest egg for Dream Machine.
Thank you.
Hey, I'd be honored. I'll let you two handle the fine details. To sink deeper and deeper into conversation, about currency exchanges, fiscal policy, tax rate changes, and I start to lose consciousness. I admire their passion, but there's only so much adulting I can handle in one day, and I need to reserve some for later. It's then that I notice raised voices at the other end of the bar. Not really an altercation or an incident yet. They are talking a bit louder than the others. Miss, I've run your credit card twice. It was declined twice.
Man, this sucks.
Run it again, I'm telling you. It was working just fine earlier. I got tokens using it. See? See these tokens? Well, so I'm glad that apparently the token machine runs on debit. I feel like you don't see that often. Not for tokens, anyway. Token is kind of just cash only. I feel like debit card is more for getting the little cards like at Deckos Palace. And honestly, most arcades now. Sensing an opportunity to provide excellent customer service and further prove my adulting chops, I step in to help. Hello, good morning. I'm the manager here. Can I be of some assistance? It looks awfully familiar awfully familiar. Have we met before? Alright, I invited her to check out my arcade, didn't I? Guess that's why she's here.
What's up?
Hey, good to see you. Love what you've done with this place. I just love it. Something's wrong with your credit card readers. My card's legit. I was using it earlier with no issues, but now it's all messed up and stuff. Can you help me? I can pay cash if I gotta. I'm not trying to duck and run on you, but I'd really prefer to use a card. Kinda strange how our card isn't working. Not sure I want to really go too far with this. Better to trust the machines designed to verify transactions instead. Let's stick to the standard policy on this one. Let's try the card again. I'm sure it was just a momentary outage. Okay. He fidgets a bit, checking her smartwatch briefly, before passing the card over to be tested again. With a shrug, our employee passes it through the portable card reader again, and this time it beeps to indicate success. I wonder if she transferred money out and then transferred money back in just to have this altercation.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah, see? No problem. No problem at all. Hey, thanks for your help. Big thanks. I'm really looking forward to playing these games. Can't believe how much sweet retro stuff you have. Hey, I'm happy to help. Huh. Guess it really was just a momentary outage. Well, that matter settles. Back to wandering the arcade. Let's go see Naomi and Teo. Most of the time I'm drawn to Showtime stage because of the flashing lights and the hip beats, not because it's completely silent. No music at all. By approach, I see Naomi feverishly working to fix it. Seeing the whole thing without tune sync to his flashy lighting rig going is kind of depressing. Listening to Naomi mutter as she works, she undoubtedly feels the same way. I'm surprised it's forward-facing Naomi, not backwards-facing Naomi to indicate she's working, really. But this was working fine earlier. Why isn't it working now? Oof. Fortunately, Teo is proving surprisingly knowledgeable about the inner workings of his favorite game. You may need to re-image the hard drive. I know some gray area websites where you can get a replacement copy of the files if needed. It's a third release version of Showtime Station software, right? Those are easier to come by than the more modern fourth version, oddly enough. I mean, I don't think it's that odd. It's the third version's probably been cracked and a lot easier to find now. The files aren't the problem. I think the hard drive itself was damaged in shipping. And if so, well, you might not be able to dance at all today. You'd have to order a new part. I'm sorry, there were just so many games to get up and running. I must have missed this ticking time bomb of a hardware failure.
No problem.
Hey, it's cool. I don't need to get my groove on all the time. Showtime Stage is one of our flagship games. It's flashy, it's exciting, and Teo's dance moves bring the crowd in. Getting it working for opening day is a priority. This isn't the only game we have which uses a hard disk, right? Can we pull and reformat one from another game using Teo's files to make it a clone of Showtime Stage? Well, it'd mean if voluntarily disabling one of our other games, but... Wait, I know, Wild Rider. That piece of poop is always crashing on us. It's very popular. Let's yank the drive from that and make it a Showtime Stage drive.
Yeah.
I can have that up and running in an hour.
Sure.
Sounds perfect. I'll send you the files, go get a bite to eat, and be back in time to show everyone what a great dance community we've got here at Dream Machine. So it'll take a bit of time, but we'll get our stage back in working order. That's good. Maybe we'll get through opening day without any major problems aside from this. Before I go, I spot a gamer who's been watching, super curious about what's going on. Hey, is Showtime Stage really hosed? For now, yes, we'll have it fixed up as soon as we can. Aw, man, I want to get my groove on. That's a bummer. I still like looking over their shirts. I still kind of want this Ghost Design t-shirt. You know, knows a guy who can get you a replacement super cheap. Or like any game you want. Anything. As long as you know, don't ask too many questions. No reason to be mean, or the lampshade was likely meant as an open invitation to do some crimes. I'm happy to see your enthusiasm for Dream Machine, but I think we can handle this. Sorry you can't play your favorite game right now, but it'll be fixed soon. The gamer shrugs it off, not too offended. It's cool, just figured I'd offer. I think this place has got a little bit of everything I like. Let's come back later to wow all the ladies with my hot style. Later. That was odd. As he fades back into the crowd, I decide to move on. There's nothing less to visit, so before I can continue my wanderings, Gavin pops up directly in my path. Stop whatever you're doing and look towards the doors without making it look like you're looking for anyone in specific. What? Okay, what am I pretending not to be looking for? Miss Jean de Fame. I have no idea who that is. The top arcade critic in the city. Her reviews can make or break an arcade easily. I didn't think she'd be coming today, as normally some little independent arcade is beneath her interests, but apparently she's made an exception. If we don't want to end up smeared across every website she writes for, I suggest you go play nice and show her all the positives of Dream Machine. Okay, I'm on it. Best foot forward. She's a redhead near the entrance with the handbag. Best of luck. Alright, this is the person who we totally could have met earlier. I don't think we did, as I don't think we did her... I don't think we ever did any event with her in it. So this is going to be a stranger to us. Alright. Easily spot her thanks to Gavin's cues. Considering this morning lacked the usual chaos I experienced on my first day at the Funplex, I'd say we're off to a great start, and I'm sure this reviewer will appreciate that. Wearing my most professional smile, I stroll over to the entrance. A stern-looking woman looks around the arcade, sneering ever so slightly at everything she sees. Okay, so she's going to be strict. That's fine. We can impress her with her dedication and spirit. So you see, Miss Defame? Yes? My name is Dan, and I'm the general manager here at Dream Machine. I want to wish you a warm welcome to our home. I hope you come to love this arcade as much as we do. Let me stop you there. General rule, I do not love arcades. I know what it takes for them to succeed, and what they need to deliver to gamers. What makes it, and what breaks it, so to speak. My role here is to be a fair and unbiased viewpoint. I can't love your arcade. Instead, I will be evaluating it. Understand? Yeah, of course. Good. Good, now then. What I need from you now is to stay out of my way. No special treatment or consideration. I need to observe your arcade as a disinterested outside party so that I can judge your facility and atmosphere. Rest assured, if I see some egregious mistake, I will bring it to your attention, pointedly. My readers likewise will become very aware of your shortcomings. I do my best to support consumer activism, and that requires absolute honesty of any difficulties I observe. So until such time as I require you, I suggest we speak no further. Agreed? Agreed. Enjoy your stay. That remains to be seen. Okay, so impressing her may be difficult. Like trying to scuba dive with no tank. Shark-infested waters. But we can do this. If the afternoon goes as smoothly as the morning, it'll be a walk in the park. Very least, I'm sure we can avoid her annihilating us on a whim. Oh yeah, she's great. Totally. Given the circumstances, I'd accept a mediocre review over a disastrous one. Nothing else I can do now but pray to the arcade gods that everything from here on out goes perfectly. Once again, I wander the floor, but this time, while it's all smiles and pleasantries on the outside, I'm left all alone battling my thoughts. Now more than ever, I need to present the perfect arcade. For a bug under a magnifying glass thanks to this new wrinkle, well, I aim to be an absolutely majestic bug. A bug of bugs. A bug which knows no equal. We'll send this Mrs. Defame packing with nothing but positive things to say. Besides, the morning wasn't too eventful. Who's to say this afternoon will be a disaster? And then the afternoon was a disaster. I knew I had spoken too soon the second I saw Gavin approaching me with a tinge of worry furrowing his brow.
Utterly ridiculous.
It shouldn't be possible for us to be out of nachos in the vending machines this fast. Yet we are. I receipts for ordering exactly enough to fill them up, and yet there are only a few bags in there. Missed delivery, perhaps? That was the least of our problems. Damn, we've got an electrical problem. 3 of the retro games are shorted out. I don't understand. I tested the power supplies, outright rebuilt a few of them. Unless someone's seriously scuffing their sneakers and shocking the coin boxes, we're talking a failure somewhere in their electrical wiring. Calamity after catastrophe. They just keep piling up.
What?
All of the toilets stopped working. All of them. You can't call a plumber fast, not the one that jumps on turtles. Well, there goes any hope of a perfect opening. What are we gonna do? Doesn't make any sense.
Well.
Freaking out. I'll admit that. I'm freaking out. Maybe we should close down for the day, iron out the wrinkles, try again tomorrow? We're hastily losing our grip on things, and if I don't say anything, we may as well call it quits. I must refocus our energy. Well, that's it. Toss a match and let's burn the place down for the insurance money. I mean, that might be a fiscally sound decision at this point. Gavin, I was joking. That was a joke, much like all my wry humor. Maybe instead of burning it down, and this is just me spitballing here, we can work the problem, people. Talk to me. What do you got? Any ideas? The group exchanges nervous glances, then thankfully stops to breathe and think.
Ooh.
I'll become the plumber we need. You might want to change out of the costume first. I mean, not exactly. I'll grab a plunger and do what I can. I'll have to close down the bathrooms for now, but I'm sure we can convince one of our neighbors to loan us theirs, maybe? I'll check next door with them before I do battle with their demonically possessed toilets. And while I'd say this vending machine issue is human error, I have enough faith in my own error checking to say this human is not responsible. I'll make some calls with our distributors and see where the chain broke down. Also, see about ordering some quick replacement stock.
Hmm.
Well, it's a bit more complex. I need to replace the fried power supplies, but I can do that. I can do most of those today. Meanwhile, I'll put a feeler out to the indie arcade community online, see if we can get an electrician with arcade experience out here quickly. I have a mean to get back into online groups, and even if it means popping my head up in a crowd, I'll do it. Okay, good solutions, people, good solutions. I won't be able to work the floor while I'm taming our restroom stand. Are you good with covering for me? Things seem to be getting more intense as the day picks up. You three focus on your tasks at hand. I may be the boss, so I was a floor attendant originally. I can handle whatever Dream Machine throws at me. Got it? Gotcha. I'm changing out of this first. There you go. I don't want to get poo water all over a new mascot. Toodles! I'm on it. You can count on me. I'm happy to see Ashley at least seems to be in better spirits. Even if she doesn't realize it, I'm glad to have her passion and lightheartedness inspire those around her. With all three busy, that leaves me in charge of every problem that may emerge for the rest of the afternoon. No way to tap out with someone to help me with these situations. I need to work fast to hit every problem before it's too late. And can't leave any stones unturned this time. No risk of letting something spiral out of control. But I'm ready. I mean, I have to be. No choice. Feeling freshly invigorated, I start my floor trek. There are problems all around me, but what should I tackle first? We'll start with this cursing and banging. As I hear the clang and bang of someone assaulting a cabinet, I see Percy holding up a finger to grab my attention. I motion for him to join me, and he does. Thank goodness, I tried to grab Ashley, but she was in a hurry, brandishing a plunger like it was some sword. Oh, there's so much going on right now. What's happening? Some hooligan's working his way down the retro games, yelling at him, smacking around the joysticks like they're speed bags. I swear he was going to knock over our jousts, that's how hard he was shoving that cabinet. People have been avoiding going near him ever since he started raging out. It's causing quite a scene. I'll take care of it, Percy, thanks. Be careful, love. I don't like the looks of this one. I place a hand on my shoulder in solidarity before leaving. This happens more often than you'd think. Somebody getting so mad at a game they start smacking the cabinet around. Unlike pinball, which will just go into tilt mode to punish you, the only justice to be found here is my justice. I'm the arcade law. Oh, Judge Dredd. You stupid fucking piece of shit, Gabe. Only jumped over that fucking barrel. Fucking stupid monkey shit and fucking barrels. Alright, even if I'm well a little less than eager to bring down the law on this guy. I'm in awe of the size of this lad. He probably eats 6 whole hams for breakfast and bench presses pickup trucks for fun. I know my duty, I know what I must do. Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Fame. I see that you are specifically watching us now. For the record, you smash the thing to bits, you have to buy the bits. The first one's not free, nor do we have a break another for free policy. That man snarls, turning his ire towards me and away from the game. Got a fucking problem? Not good, just what I needed right now. From the corner of my eye, I spot Mr. Fame watching. I keep saying Mrs. There. Or lay down the law. I run this place, see, and I don't like people breaking my games. So you play nice, you play by the rules, or you can go play with yourself. Understood? No more hitting games, period. You little... But... Oddly, his adventures diverted to something or someone behind me. Only for a couple seconds, his whole demeanor changes after that. Fine. Storms off, deciding he'd rather have the last word than argue it further. I turned to see who or what exactly changed his mind with a sharp glance, but the crowd's too thick. Whoever or whatever it was is gone now. And... Mrs. Defame returns to the crowd without a comment, hopefully quietly approving of my law-bringing? That was odd, but a win's a win. Now then, what problem to address next? Video wall. Retro television based video wall was an idea I came up with during renovations. Naomi runs the whole thing off a cheap mini computer, too. Practical and inexpensive, it gives off just the perfect amount of flair. And I've been pretty proud of it, up until this moment. For some reason, it's showing a nature documentary about cute and fluffy bunnies instead of retro music videos and arcade hide scores. Not that bunnies are a bad thing, necessarily. There are so many worse things I could be playing. And it's still not playing what I wanted to play. Something's amiss. As I'm hunting around for the remote control we keep at the prize desk, Teo approaches. Bunnies, huh? Yeah. Bunnies? Interesting choice, Stan. Not my choice, Teo. I'll have it fixed in a moment. Okay, cool. I was wondering if we'd suddenly experience a paradigm shift in arcade theming or something. The bunnies are really cute, though. Grabbing the remote, I flick it back to channel 3, which should take the video feed from Naomi's system. It flips back to the bunnies on channel 5 a few seconds later. Ah, persistent, aren't they? Almost like the rabbits themselves. So I click back to channel 3. Nope. Once again, it reverts back to 5. Okay, clearly we're dealing with a master hacker, one who can modify Naomi's system, despite having no physical access to it. An individual capable of truly hacking the planet. Yeah. Or it's a prankster with a universal TV remote. Got one of those myself. Helps me to turn off overly loud TVs in bars, which drown out the beats of whatever game I'm playing. Not that I would ever do that, mind you. Just in case. But with great power comes great responsibility, and clearly whoever's forcing us to watch this lacks the latter. How about I go suddenly check the crowd to see if anyone's got a clear line of sight and is pointing a gadget at the video wall each time you change it. I'm trying for help, so I'm not going to deny Teo's offer. Yeah, go for it, man. The war for remote control continues for another minute, back and forth from music videos to documentaries about rabbits. And now it's showing them mating, which I'm seriously hoping does not count as pornography, or it'll be yet another black mark against us with a certain arcade critic who has just wandered in. Only been a few minutes, but it feels like an eternity of copulating lagomorphs before Teo returns. Found him. Orange jacket standing near the pinball section. Thanks, Teo.
No problem.
No worries. Anything for you, Dan. I rolled up the sleeves of my hoodie, ready to put an end to this. Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that the arcade newbie from before? It seemed like a troublemaker at the time. What's going on here? Nope, definitely this kid. I can see the tiny plastic gadget in their hand briefly before they pocket it. Perhaps noticing my approach, the teenager rolls stealth and gets a natural 1, resulting in an awkward and obvious attempt at looking like an unimportant part of the crowd. Hey. Didn't do anything. I mean, hi, good to see you again. What's up? How are things? Giving this living bundle of nervousness, I'm not sure I feel like coming down like a ton of bricks on the poor kid, but rules are rules, right? What's up, Doc? What? Okay, friend, bunnies are cute and everything, but stop messing with my video wall. I don't want to have to kick you out of here, got it? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna try to cause trouble. I mean, I was, but... Never mind, okay, I'll stop, thank you, bye. And they're gone. Slipping back into the crowd. Ah, that was weird. What's going on around here? And we've got one more trouble to handle. A small crowd is gathered near the back of the arcade for some reason. This is especially odd because there's no games here, just some great wall art and posters that Juniper came up with. Also especially odd that the crowd is ignoring Queen Bee over said posters.
Come on!
Charming. Real fucking charming.
Oh, hey.
Kid, you seen this yet? Seen what? Juniper's marketing must be on point to get that much attention. Well, you're with that, kid. Here, let me show you. Queen Bee pushes past the crowd, glaring at them as she goes.
What the
Grow up! Don't you have better things to do? Sheesh, some people. And I see why the locals were swarming and snickering. Juniper made a bunch of posters and decorations based on Ashley's pixel heart design for the arcade. All part of our branding and marketing experiment. That's when you draw a big old ding-dong and permanent magic marker and use that heart as a base, well, it gets rather naughty. Fact which is not lost on Mrs. DeFame, who turns up her nose at the improvised wall art. Great, just great. So, yeah, someone's gonna defile a bunch of our posters. Fortunately for you, I've got a good look at them just as they were walking away from this one. Big guy wearing a pair of blue shutter shades. More into virtual fisting than real world fisting, but I've got your back if you need to roll up on this guy. He looks like bad news. Thanks, but I can't have you acting as official arcade security. You don't have official security jackets, for starters. Plus, I'm the manager. It's my duty to take this on. Yeah, good luck with that. My advice, call the cops if you have to. The whole situation smells funny to me. Hey, you! No photos! Queen Bee yanks down the poster adorned with pornographic graffiti before it can go viral. She leaves the confrontation up to me while she does her part to clean things up. It doesn't take long to track the guy down. For starters, there's his rather unique fashion sense. Also, I spy him in the middle of another graffiti stint. Caught red-handed. Kinda hard to give him the benefit of the doubt or even a second chance. He clearly broke the rules of the arcade. Although he looks like the sort who could break me if I break the news to him badly. Choose my words wisely, ones that involve me saying in one piece. Hey, let's be honest with each other, shall we? I'm the manager here, and I know damn well what you've been up to. Immediately, he straightens up, pocketing the item he was committing arcade crimes with, all nonchalant-like. What? I wasn't doing nothing. Yeah, you were. And I know, in fact, exactly what you were doing. And if you continue doing it, I'm calling the police. This is a second chance, a rare one, and I suggest you take it. There will not be a third, understand? At first he growls a little, ready to protest his innocence, before holding himself back. Lucky I'm under orders, nerdo. Fine, whatever you want. He walks off into the crowd without another word. I'm left in a state of utter confusion as to our exchange, but I'll take it, hesitantly. Right? Iris? Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him through the security video feeds. Don't worry, I'll let you know if he resorts to his nefarious ways. All handled, and without causing incident. Although I'm vague on what he meant by orders exactly. With that in the bag, I quickly look around and look for other problems, but before I can continue my quest to purge my arcade of evildoers, I'm interrupted by an onslaught of my hardworking staff. I knew it. Dan, about our missing inventory.
Oh,
When I get my hands on whoever did this, I found the electrical problem, Dan. Sabotage and treason. An enemy agent walks among us. I mean, several, probably. Okay, so we have some insight to what's causing all these messes, but it's a chaotic jumble right now. One at a time, please. Our suspiciously low snack inventory was indeed not human error. The delivery truck never arrived here. It was routed to a garbage dump due to computer error, or as I suspect, malfeasance. And malfeasance explains our electrical problems, too. Remember my joke about someone scuffing their feet in shotgun coin boxes? Nope, that's actually what happened. An external shock, not a grid failure. Someone's got a battery or some other shock prod and is using it to crash games. Must be the same someone who flushed a bunch of the wad of paper towels and firecrackers down the toilets. Warzone in there. I was able to dredge up one super gross chunk of it, but we'll need a professional plumber to get the rest. This is all sounding way too suspicious to be a random acts of hooliganism. It also ties into what I've been handling on the floor. I mean, I've had to deal with pranksters all afternoon, too. Been so busy playing firefighter, running from blaze to blaze with a leaky bucket, that I haven't been able to put the pieces together. But now it's clear, and now I know what I must do. Good work, everyone. I'm proud of you, but the job's not finished yet. Gavin, order us replacement inventory. Ashley, find a plumber. Best we can afford. Naomi, finish up replacing the fried power supplies. As for me, I'm gonna have a word with our miscreant. You know who to blame for this mess? Got a pretty strong suspicion. Go get him, Dan. And with a nod of solidarity, all of us split up, each on our own mission to thwart the ne'er-do-wells. Everything has gone wrong all over the place, ruining my perfect opening day plans. Someone has to pay for this. My friends are counting on me to lead, to be the responsible one. I can't voice this off onto Gavin like I might have done at the Funplex. Finding my quarry isn't particularly difficult. She's been in the background the whole time, watching and waiting as I ran around trying to put a lid on the mayhem. Yep. Her eyes study me as I approach, grinning ear to ear.
Hiya. Hi. Hello there. Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I can't say I understand the why, but at least I know the who. Matching fashion style was a pretty big clue.
I guess a formal introduction's in order. Yeah, okay. The name's Sue. Natural-born leader. Hacker extraordinaire. And leader of the Ghost Monsters. The hottest gang on these streets. Pleased to meet ya.
He playfully curtsies, her wicked smile never ceasing.
And yeah, I guess my friends were a little wild and crazy, leaning a bit heavy on the pranks. But clearly, you were cool with that, since you didn't kick any of us out. I respect that. I really do. Shows you know it's all in good fun. Let me make it up to you, okay?
Sue steps back and taps a button on her smartwatch. How are you making this up to us? And from the crowd of gamers, their whole gang assembles. Also, shout out to the fact that they're the ghost monsters, and orange is the shy one, which I'm pretty sure is exactly how it works in Pac-Man. Gang, this is... What's your name again? Mr. Wolf. Gang, this is Dan. This is Inky... Yep. Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Clyde is the shy one, which completely tracks. Now then, turn to face your ghost monsters. You're all very, very naughty, and I'd say he'd owe an apology. A big fat I'm sorry from each of you, don't you agree? Each of them mumbles a semi-coherent, semi-sincere apology. Yeah, whatever, sorry. Real sorry. Gosh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Wolf. I'm sorry. Clyde might be my favorite. When they finish, Sue faces me once again.
There. Everybody's sorry, which means everybody's forgiven, correct? Because, and this is me being real with you, I like this arcade. I really do. It beats the crap out of Deco's Palace, that's for sure. I can easily see this being our new home, you know? I admire what you've done with the place. It's totally awesome, and I'm really looking forward to coming back. Again and again. I definitely don't want to end our first day here on a sour note. No, no. I'm so glad we can communicate like adults. Apologize for being naughty and move on. Now, okay, we may still ruffle a few feathers while we're here, but that's cool, right? I'm sure you understand that it's all fun and games. Nothing personal.
I don't know why she thinks that we would just be cool with this, but...
So, what do you say, friend? All's forgiven?
I pause, taking in everything Sue rambled on about. Let me get this straight. You scare our customers, mess with our TVs, smash up and short-circuit our games, clog our toilets, redirect our mail orders, expect a second chance to cause trouble after I already let your first wave of chaos slide, brought dongs on all of our posters, and you want me to smile and let you come back tomorrow? My words barely faze her, that grin's still lingering.
See? See? You get it?
Sounds about right. I love this arcade. I think we could be great friends. What do you say, partner? Waiting for my response, she holds out a fist to bump. You fucking kidding me? Of course not. Sure, why not? I have solved your arcade sins. Lol, no, get out. Rules are rules, or if you truly love this arcade, you have to stop causing problems. Look, I'm sure you're all good kids at heart, but if I let you hang around here and you just cause more problems, it's no good for any of us. I sincerely love Dream Machine. You'll understand I can't let you ruffle feathers, as you put it. I need to make sure everyone's having a good time. Well, yeah, I mean, I get that, right? I might be willing to offer you another chance, if you promise me you'll follow the rules from now on. It's the best I can do, okay?
No helping it.
Well, I'd like to work with you here, really, but a promise is kind of a steep ask. Something's wrong. Pretty empathetic sort of guy. I can tell when someone's being legit with me, and he's clearly genuine about wanting to come back, but seems inflicted. How hard is it to not hack machines and run wild? Why would that be a problem? Okay, see, normally I'd give you my word. Word is bond, but well... Hey, no ifs, ands, or buts. I need your word if I'm going to rebuild trust with you. We don't need to have to get the police involved here. We can keep this between us, right? Sue raises an eyebrow at that.
Whoa, put the brakes on! Bad idea, friend. Really bad idea. You don't want to even think about getting the cops involved in this. No, no. Because, and this is me being honest with you because we're on such good terms, it won't do you any good. We'll be out and back on the streets within a day. We've got friends in high places. We don't sell drugs or weapons. We sell information. And information, as a currency, is far more valuable than what other gangs trade in. So if we're doing this, we don't involve the pigs. Any problems, you come to me direct. That's my rule. Break that rule. And, well, you don't want to see what I can do with the push of a single button.
So now you're threatening me.
I'm just telling you how it is. What you do now is entirely up to you.
But before she can continue her tirade, we're rather rudely interrupted. Oh, I see. The hell you think you're doing here? The thick tension that surrounds us melts away, redirected to the new challenger. All eyes glare towards them. Ah, great. Okay, Dan, hold that thought. I got business to attend to. Damn right you do. Ghost Monster don't operate south of 23rd Street. You damn well know this is lovely chainsaw territory. Get lost or get tossed. Alright, if I wasn't confused before, I'm sure as heck am now. All I can do is watch this unfurl before me. A clap, and Sue summons her buddies to her side. I'm sorry, south of what? I don't recall signing any non-compete agreement with you, darlings.
Ghost monsters for life!
Oh, ghost monsters? The soccer room gossip queen is disrespecting your fearless leader. What do we say to that? Nobody disses Sue on my watch. Nobody. Yeah, and I ain't scared to hit a chick. I'm an equal opportunity, socially maladjusted individual. Like, I know they're in other anime things, but I love that one of them has the fucking Squirrel Squad. Big pointed sunglasses. You got your answer, ladies. Now then. Let's rumble! To their credit, they didn't throw the first punch, but we're talking Han didn't shoot first levels of moral high ground here. Immediately, the Ghost Monsters and Lovely Chainsaw are at each other's throats, grappling, punching, and shoving each other. Baseball bat gets swung and clangs off the side of a racing game, soda cans are thrown, someone uproots a chain near the snack machines, and that goes flying too. Or chair, rather. It's chaos. Complete and utter chaos. And it needs to stop, now. Iris? Already calling the cops, Dan. As for me, it was supposed to be perfect. It was supposed to be... I did everything I could to make Dream Machine a success. I did what I was supposed to do, and fate still screwed me over. But I can stand here lamenting that fact, or I can do something about it. I chose the latter. Priority 1, get the customers the hell out of here. Gavin and Ashley are already on that. I join in, trying to funnel the panic crowd of kids and gamers out the door and away from the carnage. This way, hurry! Orderly fashion, please. Out, everybody out! The fight spills into the bar area, because of course it does. Most ruckus really needed was tons of broken glass, right? Damn it. I'm not letting that bitch get away with this. Until then, it's been the world's sloppiest barroom brawl, teenagers flailing at each other wildly, generally wrecking the scene rather than each other. But now she's pulled out a gun. Not some arcade light gun, but a real-life shooting and killing gun. This isn't happening. This cannot be happening. This is 100% happening. Here, the lovely Chainsaw gang raises her weapon and takes aim at Sue, trying to end this. But her target is conveniently tucked between Mists of Fame and Gavin. If I don't do something, someone's seriously going to get hurt. My mind races. Everything is indeed in ruins. I have one chance to make this right. One chance to do something in the midst of all this chaos. Time slows for me, like I'm trapped in a dream state. Your instinct takes over, and I start running towards them. Get down! I don't know if that matters that much. Because, because you're jumping in front of them regardless, but... Back, everybody back. Somebody call an ambulance. Also, I think I had to hit A to continue that. I don't think it's not seem to be as long as it was. Holy shit, what did you... Yeah, I was aiming for Sue! Pigs! Pigs! Run for it! Stay cool and wipe the footage first. Do it! Stay with us, Dan. Stay with us. Help us on the way. I just wanted to make a dream for everyone to enjoy. That's all. Was that so wrong? Right, yeah, wipe the footage, because you can't be caught after someone just got shot. That's what you would have done. It's what you did do for all of us. But I guess no good deed goes unpunished, huh? Whole family curse.
You've a strong spirit, dear. You'll get through this, I know you will. But for now, you'd best wake up. There's still more to be done.
Slowly, very slowly, I open my eyes. The soft beeping of medical monitoring greets me, as well as an angel in white. Well, an angel in a white lab coat. While they're no heavenly being, they do appear to be my doctor, armed with nothing more than a clipboard. I'm still a little hazy as they briefly explain the situation. Thanks to my wild theatrics, I startled the shooter enough that her bullet missed its intended target. And instead it went into my leg, which hurts like a motherfucker, but apparently results in a surprisingly clean shot. That I'll recover from in a few weeks easily. 2 days in the hospital, a week or two of crutches, some limping, then I'll be back to 100%. More importantly, nobody died. I can live with this momentary pain if someone else gets to live, period. So, could have been better. Could have been worse. Pardon me, jeez. The doctor, having given me the report, leaves to treat their other patients. Before they do, they inform me I have a visitor. At least there's a plus side. I just wonder who it is. Ashley peeks around the curtain and closing me into my makeshift hospital room. Her face speaks volumes of how rough a wait this has been. Her cheeks are stained with tears, there are dark circles underneath her eyes. Has she been here the whole time? I smile weakly to her, and she instinctively rushes over to my side, clutching the bedding, tucking me in. Fresh tears plop from her eyes into the sterile bed. I thought I was ever going to see you again. I thought I was ever going to be able to hug you or touch you again. I thought I'd lost you forever. I gently lift my hand up to her face and wipe the tears away. Her green eyes look into my own as relief washes over her. I forbid you from ever getting shot again. A light chuckle escapes my lips. Gladly. Trust me, I have no plans for anything like that anytime soon. Seeing Ashley so upset over my injury hits me right in the feels. Instantly regret over our squabble washes over me. Ashley, about before. Before I can say anything else about the events preceding this, she beats me to it. Decided to see a therapist, just so you know. I've had episodes like that before, but this one was too much for me to handle. I never want to feel like that again, like I'm a failure, even when a part of me knows I'm not. I want to be strong for you. Ashley. You are strong, Ashley. You're the strongest person I know. To go out and do what you do and express yourself so freely, that is strength itself. I love you for you, no matter what, and that'll never change. Oh, thank you. I just want to be the best person I can be. I place my hand on hers and squeeze it tightly. You already are. Moving her hand slightly, our fingers intertwine. She squeezes back.
Do you mind if I talk at you for a minute?
Please, I mean, no, I'm not going anywhere.
I've had too much time to think about everything while you were out. And I don't want you to ever feel the way I felt waiting for you to wake up. It was awful. For so long, I struggled to accept myself. Who am I? Who will care about me if I don't fit the mold? Why do I feel like I have to care?
Morning, Lemon. We just got shot. That's how we are in the game. We just got shot in the leg during an arcade fight.
I let the pressure and insecurity wash over me, and when my costume wasn't up to my specifications, it broke me. I couldn't cope with all the emotions I had put on myself. I hit rock bottom back there. And even though it may not seem like it, you helped me. And now I'm going to try and help myself.
I really didn't do that much. Besides, I feel like I pushed and prodded her a little too hard. Living with those emotions is difficult, and I apologize if I didn't give it its proper eloquence and respect. I'm not the best at discussing things like that either, and it took all of you dragging me out to the Wake to Vent conspiracy for me to get out of my own depression. Honestly, you pushing the topic's exactly what I needed. I was able to look outside of myself and really see what's going on. And if I hadn't gotten to that point, I might not have made this decision. Well, it seems like we're even then. You help me when I'm depressed, and I'll aid you in any way I can. Even Stevens. Let's continue loving each other fully and wholeheartedly. I mean, I never stopped, not even once. Me neither. Well, I should let you rest. You need to heal up. Yeah, you're probably right. Ashley smiles and turns to leave. She gets 3 steps out, stops, turns back to face me, and rushes back. Leaning over, she places a kiss on my lips.
You are the best.
Before you go, just know I'll continue to support you as long as I'm here.
And you're going to be here a long, long time. Don't forget, no more gunfights.
I remember.
Okay, for reals, I'm leaving this time.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye!
Seeing the person I care for the most was certainly a boon to my spirit. Now, if they can only do something about the food in here. With my heart calm, my body finally tells me it's exhausted. I snuggle into the covers as a yawn escapes me. Just as I'm about to roll over and drift off to sleep, another visitor drops in. It's likely well past visiting hours, but with no small amount of both dread and relief, I'm glad to see her. Mr. Wolf, a word if you will? I try to train myself up from a pillow backrest. Time to put on my professional front, even if I'm in excruciating pain. Okay, I should start by explaining that what happened today isn't exactly indicative of... I hope it was. It's hard to disguise the disbelief on my face. What? Seems I've misjudged your character. I saw you selflessly throw yourself in front of that bullet. You didn't have to do that. You chose to do that. It's indicative of someone who isn't simply in this for the money, as so many in this industry are. You protected your friends and your coworkers. That's an admirable act of heroism, and one I'll not soon forget. Sorry, I totally hit the microphone. I apologize. I suppose I've become a bit jaded from all those eager to cash in on the arcade scene. All the large-scale arcades I have to review tend to be very impersonal and cold. So you were impressed with our arcade? Well, let's not go that far. I can't say I was thrilled with the amount of mayhem and disaster going on even before a gang war broke out. But I will also say I've only ever seen that amount of mayhem and disaster once before. It's highly unusual, to say the least. Last time I reviewed a small, up-and-coming arcade similar to yours, everything went wrong. Everything. I wrote my review in an honest fashion, and as a result of my scathing pen, the place was sold and closed down within a month. And sold to a notable figure in this industry. Oh, wait, you don't mean... Yes, Dekonami. That's just the fate of any arcade which dares to stand up to him. Your prior business, the Funplex, only escaped being devoured by being far too small to be worthwhile. Sadly, your enthusiasm may have put it in his crosshairs, and you cannot tidy up your reputation after today's affairs. The Dream Machine will be next. Again and again, torn down by Dekonami. This time he didn't even have to lift a finger. By pure coincidence, the Ghost Monsters wrecked everything before he could exact any revenge. All he has to do is swoop in and buy out what's left of our dreams. However, I've come to a decision. Given I was a first-hand witness to your troubles, which were clearly not your fault, and given your willingness to put even your own life on the line for your arcade, I'm going to tell my editor I need more time, and that I want to return in 1 week to get a more accurate and mature overview of your operation. 1 week, that's the best I can offer you. It's a difficult hole to climb out of, Mr. Wolf. Even aside from earlier trouble, having a gang fight and a shooting transpired in an arcade. The press will feed on this. Even if I was the only press president accounted for, they'll dig and they'll speculate and they'll chew on your bones. If your arcade survives that initial onslaught, I hope to write a proper review which can lay those concerns to rest. But I'll offer you no more second chances, no more reasonable doubts. Best foot forward when I return, and my readers will know the truth. Understood? Understood. I mean, except we're totally going to be on crutches in a week. I'll leave you to recuperation. How magnanimous of you. With a curt nod, she turns and leaves the room, leaving me with my thoughts. 1 week. Exactly 1 week to completely rebuild a reputation and clear the good name of Dream Machine. Otherwise, it's game over. For all of us. Oh wow, no, that actually... Joe said that was a long chapter, and it really wasn't. I mean, I definitely read fast through some of it, but... You know what? That was an hour. We're just finishing the game today. And part of it also is for everyone else who wasn't here for the first like 5 minutes of the stream, there was almost like no just chatting preamble stuff. I kind of just jumped right in, so that also helped. Restock my gummy bear stash, so I'm not digging in the bag too much. And actually, I'm gonna be right back just so I can get some fresher water, and then we'll get going. So be right back, El. And then we're going to start Chapter 8. Oh no. Every time you get a pre-made salad, they don't put enough of everything in it. Also, I totally left the door open. Okay. And I just realized the text I need to fire off, so... What the heck was that email? No. I have no idea what that is. Okay. We're trying to work out house inspection in a couple weeks. And she said that she won't be in the bedroom, she'll just be in the main living spaces, but at the same time, I thought that maintenance would also be looking at all these windows, because they put in new windows but they never did the trim on the inside, so they're just completely open on the inside. And what she told me during the fire inspection was that she had to work on that stuff. So it's is Rick still coming to do that? Is that still going to be part of it? Because if it is, I still need to rearrange a bunch of stuff, and Joe can't be working. So, yes, we need to figure a date out. Also, and of course, as soon as I sit down, need the bathroom. I promise, we're going to start in a minute. Once I run out of distractions. Okay, no more distractions. I think. Alright, so we've cleared level 7 of Arcade Spirits. Ominder is us. So your score. Kindly still our top, Ashley still our top. We have a little more points than Gavin now. Also, we scored 25,300 points. Let's have one last pizza fact. 62% of Americans prefer meat toppings on their pizza. 38% prefer vegetarian. Everybody loves different kinds of pizza, and that's a beautiful thing. Where does that adds up to? Well, where does this cheese fall under vegetarian? Yep. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to? Drum roll, please. The final level. Of course we do. Let's have a pin in all of our saves. I think a lot longer to read, I suppose. Well, with voices, yeah. The last time seeing this intro. Plus when we got to the fight, I definitely picked up the tempo to you know, express oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. But level 8, kill screen. After getting shot, I don't know how I feel about this chapter being called kill screen, by the way. It's a distant future year 20xcx, and who am I kidding? I'll be lucky to make it to 20xcx plus 1 at this rate. I've had my strand of fate twisted back and forth so often it feels like it could snap at any moment. Mired in depression and a supposed family curse, and lifted up my amazing time at the Funplex. Slammed back down by Dekonami, raised up again by the Dream Machine project, and now descending further and due to a series of bad coincidences culminating in a Pier 6 brawl in which I got shot. But today I'm back. Back to Dream Machine and ready to work despite being on crutches. Normally I have to mentally filter out the beeps and boops of a busy arcade, but not today. Aside from regulars, nobody's here. Not exactly the sight I wanted to see in my grand return after heroically taking a bullet to the leg. Now we're 3 days into this ambitious experiment, and it's already looking like a bust. Even with a reprieve from Mist to Fame, we couldn't hush the event up completely. The news of gang violence at a local arcade spread over social media like a wildfire. Gavin had filled me in on all the details I missed while I was passed out. By the time the cops got here, both gangs were long gone, and the ghost machines wiped our security footage on the way out the door. No arrests made, no evidence remaining. The only plus side, Sue and her ghost monsters apparently never came back. But even without them actively causing problems, that single day managed to smash our reputation. It's just so disappointing. I still believe Dream Machine could be a welcoming home for gamers, but if they won't even set foot in the door, they'll never see for themselves. I put in all this work, all this love, to make my dream arcade. All my friends did the same, and to see it all evaporate in a single day is so incredibly disappointing. I don't honestly know how we can recover from this. We can only get the good word out, somehow correct this PR disaster. Seated behind the ticket desk with my crutches propped up nearby, light duty only for a week minimum, doctor's orders, I tried to mentally detangle this mess. Hey Iris, are we... Yes, we're still trending negatively on social media, like the last 7 times you asked. Any luck with our security camera footage then? Anything we could give to the police? It might help our public image to have someone to point blame at. Nope, it's totally wiped. My file recovery system's failed. I guess that's to be expected when going up against cybercriminals. Like, they've even avoided bad press from the shooting. I haven't spotted the word ghost monsters in any of the articles I've found about the attack. It's like they're ghosts. Well, not literally ghosts. I just mean they clean their tracks very effectively. You know, I get that. We did see them in their corporeal form, remember? At least that whole mess seems to be behind us. I just need to dig our way out of this hole. I sigh heavily as the burden sinks into my lungs. Before I can groan further, I hear footsteps approaching me. I lock my phone and pocket it before seeing who it is.
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you back in action. What's the name of the burger stand we're going to for dinner? The Hamburger Stand. I'm hardly back in action. I'll probably be glued to the stool all day long. Lovely view, though, isn't it? Can see the whole, crowd. Okay, I thought I hit A. Apparently I missed. Not a very crowded crowd, mind you. It's a bit quiet today, isn't it? Entirely too quiet. Disquietingly quiet. Yeah, business hasn't been terrific since the shooting. Well, the bar's doing reasonably well. Granted, much of that is Gavin drinking himself silly. Lots of worry drinking going on in general, really. But we're not worried. Oh no, far from it.
Always have a plan, right?
Yes, we know Dan, and Dan always has a plan. Presumably always has a plan. We'd love to know what the plan is, though. Going to verify its existence. Quite right, quite right. Okay, honestly, I'm not sure. I guess it's time to do some good old-fashioned PR work. Shake hands, kiss babies. Kiss, handshake, don't shake babies, Matt.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Of course, we have a limited window of time to pound the pavement in. Or the banks start asking for some money. We don't want that, no. We want to wash our reputation clean before time runs out, well, suppose you'll need a miracle. A pity miracles don't just walk in the door. No, no. Oh, hey, hold that thought, we have a customer. Here comes our miracle. Hello, welcome to... Good morning. God damn it. Well, would you look at the time? Yes, yes, we need to go get the bar open. Right, toodles. Toodle-doo. I stood there in silence and shock. I tried telling myself this was just a bad fever dream from my wound, but... Oh, no such luck. This is 100% real. I watch as Deco takes a look around the arcade, his smug grin ever present. I see his eyebrow arch as he takes note of the people, or rather the lack of people here playing games.
Such a shame. Such a shame.
It seems you've had an unfortunate run of luck lately, Mr. Wolf. Not an unexpected one, however. I did warn that this would likely be the result of trying to go your own way. This would be a very unforgiving industry, as you've learned. Well, I didn't expect you to get shot, at least. I'm glad to hear the wound was minor, and you'll recover. I apologize for not sending flowers.
Am I not generous?
I hope you realize now that I was only looking out for your interests when I made my job offer, Mr. Wolf. You're a promising young talent, and it's a shame to see it go to waste on this doomed venture. I can't handle this, not today. What do you want, Mr. Nami? You need tokens, the change machine's over there.
A pity, is it not?
Tokens, how quaint. Still no swipe cards, eh? Sadly, I'm not here to play any of your antiques. Rather resembles a 1980X junkyard in here, doesn't it? All these obsolete games that no one truly cares about.
No. I'm here to make one final offer. If you sign over ownership of this arcade to me, I'll spare your careers. Yes, even Miss Fairchild and Miss Wolf. I'm sure I can find something for them to do at one of my facilities. I want to support your rising star. That's what I've always wanted. We've had our differences along the way, but I want us to overcome them and thrive. But this is your last opportunity. I'll not extend my hand in friendship again.
Yeah, Mel, if you weren't here for when we met Dekonami, which was yesterday, that's Mark Meir. We're being threatened by Male Shepherd.
If you don't agree to my terms, I'll stand idle and watch as everything burns down around you. You have my word on that.
Okay, obviously I want to say no to this fabulous offer. At what point do I cut my losses? Miss Francine believed in dreams, but she also believed in practicality and trade-offs. Am I ready to give up everything so I have something resembling a future? Of course I'm not giving up. I mean, seriously, it's so many opportunities to jump ship prior to this. Why would I bail this close to the end? Every time you ask, the answer will remain the same. Absolutely not. You can ask a dozen or more times and my resolve will not change. This is the path I've laid out for myself, and I'm gonna walk it to the end. You think I'm ruining my future? That remains to be seen, and I will see it through. Ah, well... That's unfortunate. It's your decision to make, of course. Your own life to ruin with your stubbornness.
So be it.
Guess I'll just have to settle for buying the burnt-out husk of your business once it ultimately collapses around you. I think you underestimate what the damage being associated with the criminal element can do, Mr. Wolf. It's enough to ruin even the mightiest of arcades. Oh, and I doubt the ghost monsters have forgotten you. They will return. And they will make matters far worse for you. Mealy, I take notice. Play it cool, play it cool. Don't let on, just test the waters. Really, ghost monsters? I thought that gang was called Lovely Chainsaw or something.
A foolish fool.
Yes, ghost monsters. Sadly, they insist on naming themselves after that absurd ancient video game reference. Of all the childish, immature... He shakes it off quickly enough for refocusing on me. But enough banter. Have at you, no. I believe I'll take my leave. I'll not see you again, Mr. Wolf. I let my lawyers handle purchasing what little will remain of you. Good day. Remember that part where they haven't said ghost monsters in the press at all? Once it's out of earshot and well beyond the confines of the arcade, I pull out my phone to verify something. Iris, you checked all the news articles about the shooting, right? Huh? Oh, yes, I've analyzed them all. Did you need me to pull up a specific one? Just confirm something for me. The ghost monsters were never mentioned by name in any of them, right? Yes, it seems Sue's friends are good at covering their tracks. Why? This is it. This is the chance we need. Admittedly, it's a slim chance, but at this point I'll take what I can get. Message everyone. I'm calling another Waked or Venspiracy.
Hooray!
Ooh, you're all fired up. Okay, message is sent. I'll need everyone's help to fill in gaping holes in my plan, but at least now I have a plan. And also, I'm slowly healing from the gaping hole in my leg. Time for one last-ditch effort to save Dream Machine. It's a classic villain move. It's like an Ace Attorney game where the villain accidentally reveals his hand. Ben and Matt's bar in the back of the arcade proved a perfect meeting place. The group crowded around a table, pulling up stools, ready to talk. Refreshments, anyone? Mead, perhaps? Didn't Vikings drink mead before going off to war? I'm good.
Definitely.
Thank you. I'll take a lemonade. Close enough, right? Well, I mean, mead was made with honey, so not exactly. Anyway, this was it. This is where we'd make our last stand. I looked around the room at everyone and all my friends, and nodded to each of them, determinedly. Okay, I know things are rough. Let's say a good 60 to 80% of a plan of how we can turn things around. Like, we can all agree what happened wasn't our fault. Yeah, someone else screwed us over. Every problem we face could be traced back to them. Yeah, the ghost monsters and Lovely Chainsaw may be to blame, but court of public opinion puts the blame squarely on our shoulders. Venue is tainted by their actions. We can cry foul all we like, but if there's even a chance of violence returning to our doorstep, it'll keep customers away. It's a real bummer. We haven't seen any families here since opening day. Parents just aren't willing to take their children somewhere that's known for being dangerous. Actually, I wasn't talking about the gangs. Today, I learned who our true enemy is, and that person's Deco Nami. Now, it's our grapes blaming the competition. We don't blame other donut shops when our sales are down. Or if our dough doesn't rise. Yeah, that's a much better pun. No, listen, guys, listen. Earlier when he was taunting me, he slipped, mentioning the Ghost Monsters by name. Except those hackers kept their noses clean. They left us with no proof that they were even involved, thanks to our security cameras being wiped. Cops never went after them. The news didn't identify them. So how did Deco Nami know about them? Answer, Deco hired the Ghost Monsters to ruin our opening day.
What?
Seriously? In hindsight, it should have been obvious. I blame myself for not seeing it sooner. Far too many coincidences to be otherwise, and the fact that they only started wreaking havoc once Mrs. Defame showed up to bear witness. I can see what you're throwing down, Dan. Sue and her friends didn't seem awful at first. I remember talking to Clyde. They're really nice and friendly. Yeah, and then Mrs. Defame showed, and...
Oh my!
Wait, do you think Mrs. Defame is involved? Considering she was willing to hold back her review, I don't think she's knowingly involved. But Deco may have gotten when she'd be showing up and took advantage.
What if?
You don't think... Deco wouldn't stoop that low, right? Hiring some random street gang to mess with us? Would he? No, he would. He's a spiteful bastard. Of course he'd try to ruin our opening day. The only reason he didn't destroy Miss Francine was to have some weird sort of gentlemanly respect for a fellow elder business owner. I can say words and say them correctly. Joe wanted to know the name so she could figure out what she wanted. There you go. But to Deco Nami, Dan's basically pond scum. Thanks. To be fair, I doubt he orchestrated the bullet-riddled finale of the evening. That pushes plausibility. True, he wouldn't have even needed a shooting to ruin us. Negative review alone would have done the job. Being even slightly associated with the gang would have been awful. If Mrs. Defame reported us as a hotbed of teenage chaos, a living reenactment of Lord of the Flies, it'd spell doom even without bullets flying around. I guess we're lucky she held her review back. Problem is, we have no proof of this, do we?
Bummer.
No way to tie Deco back to the Ghost Monsters other than him slipping up and mentioning them to Dan. I doubt he'd ever admit to this on the record. Iris hasn't been able to dig up any digital evidence, although there's our eyewitness testimony, which should be enough to warrant some investigation. But for some reason, that doesn't seem to be enough for the police. I knew a few of the local cops and how they think. If they're not looking into the Ghost Monsters, odds are they're actually looking into the Ghost Monsters quietly. Which admittedly doesn't help us in clearing our name. And it's too much to hope that Deco simply confesses to orchestrating the incident which ruined us.
Come on!
That Slimy Badger's not getting away with this. I'll beat the truth out of him if I have to. As amusing as that would be, I wouldn't suggest it, love. We need to be smart about this and undermine him rather than take the direct approach. You mentioned having most of a plan, Dan. Care to elaborate? Well, if Deco won't confess his sins, we need the next best thing. We need his henchmen to flip on him. See, I sensed some tension from Deco about the Ghost Monsters. He called them childish and immature. There may be some bad blood between them. How about we break up their partnership? My plan is to track down the Ghost Monsters, get them to turn on their employer, and confess to their crimes. Once the media hears it from Sue herself that the incident was all thanks to Deco's scheming, it'll clear the good name of Dream Machine. Plan is foolproof. I'm answered with a myriad of blank stares and blinks. Don't everybody congratulate me all at once now. Okay, so this isn't really criticizing, but your plan kind of sucks.
No.
You want us to track down a bunch of hackers we already can't find, and then ask them to politely betray the guy who's paying them a lot of money. Between this and the shooting, I'm worried your health insurance premiums are about to go through the roof, Dan. I mean, that's why I said it was maybe 60% of a good plan. Look, we don't have a lot of options, people. Right now, the only ones who can save us are the ones who've ruined us. Deco and Sue. I'm confident if I can find Sue, talk to her, I can get her to see reason. I mean, it's true. Now it's willing to give them another chance and hear out their side of things before. Sue really seems to like Dream Machine. Oh, I keep hitting the microphone. Sue really seems to like Dream Machine. If there's some disagreement between her and Deco about our arcade, that could be why. Yeah, exactly. I think I can get through to her if I try. This hinges on our ability to find Sue. Find an unfindable bunch of ghosts. Ones Iris can't even track down. And I mean, that's where you all come in. All options are on the... Wow, okay. Hello. I guess I need to hydrate. Sorry. All options are on the table. I want to hear your ideas on how we find Deco's hired goons. Let's fill in the other 40% of my plan and make this happen. Thanks. And awkward glances back and forth are all I get in return. I get why they're concerned. This is the slimmest of hopes and narrowest of margins. I'm asking them to follow me in a hunch. But I know this can be done. I know I can get Sue to give us the dirt we need to clear our name. Heck, some days it feels like all I do is talk my way through problems. If that's my one special skill, I'm gonna rely on it for this final conflict. I just find her. But I need their help, and that means I need to motivate them like a true leader would. Friends, we don't have a choice. Half the realizing our dreams lies in turning Sue's heart against Ekonami. And we have to try. I know it's a risk, I know I'm reaching, and I might be completely wrong. But we have to take the chance. If we don't, then Deco will happily destroy us. He doesn't believe in following your spirit and making what you want from life come alive. All he cares about is money and doesn't care how he makes it. I won't let him do that to Dream Machine, like you did to the Funplex. Please, all I need from you is your support. Will you help me? I told you that I would protect our dreams. That holds true even today. Guys, I'll help you. Together we can accomplish great things. I'm willing to fight for my dream. I want Dream Machine to be everything I've ever loved about arcades. Yes, let's do this. That's the proper attitude, Dan. We'll protect what we love together. Everyone nods in agreement. I can even see some smiles start to appear. We're all on board. Oh, we just randomly got 1 point for 3 people. Now, determine the how of the plan. Finding the ghost monsters.
Perhaps.
Or was this saying the obvious? Why don't we talk to the police about this? They've proven unhelpful so far, but if we go down to the station and fully explain our situation, we may be able to gain the information we need. I feel like this would be a reasonably steady course of action.
No can do.
I'm not certain about showing up and just asking them to open their files to us. But you're correct, the police would have the information we need. Except cybercrime is a sticky situation. You have to control leaks. When we're looking into the ghost monsters, they won't just tell us outright. He is talking to the right people. I know most of the cops at Ben and Matt's Donut Shop by name, and I know one friendly officer that'll help us. Oh goodness.
Nope, no way.
Why get the cops involved? We already know someone who's got an axe to grind against Sue and her buddies, or rather a chainsaw.
Ooh.
I don't want to do this. That's right, Queen Bee. We can ask the lovely Chainsaw Gang. They'll be easier to find and would probably be thrilled to divulge all the dirt they have on the ghost monsters. Or they'll carve us up with switchblades. Could go either way. I'll admit this is a super gutsy move, but if we pull it off, we don't need to involve the authorities at all. Okay, well, I'm not gutsy in any way. This whole situation's a bit too sicky for my liking. Cops and robbers? No thank you. Although the alternative I'm about to suggest may be sickier still. Dan first met the ghost monsters at Deko's palace, yes? They're regulars there, so we investigate Deko's palace to find someone who knows Sue and their mates. We can find a good friend of hers and make them understand why we need to speak with Sue. Well, we're already on somewhat good terms with Sue, thanks to Dan remaining diplomatic about all this. We should keep that going. I mean, I think I'd attract too much attention if I went to Deko's palace, so I show my face around there is going to raise some questions. My face wouldn't. Deko doesn't know me. I was a Funplex adjacent rather than a Funplex regular. I think the last place I set foot in a Deko's palace was years ago, so I could wander freely with Juniper. Yeah, we could slip in and ask around about Sue without anybody even noticing. Hey, this kindly tragedy is an honest appeal to those who may know her. What could be more cordial?
Definitely.
He's got a single friend in that place. I'll find him. It's a daring mission in enemy territory, but for you, Dan, I'll do it. What are you looking at me for? I don't have any ideas.
Well.
You could try Googling for her accounts. I mean, I'm reasonably sure Iris already tried that. Iris? Yep, I even use Yahoo, Bing, AltaVista, and WebCrawler. How did you even get 2 of those to work? I have no idea what half of those even are. Okay, but that's not really what I meant. I mean, checking online forums for arcade enthusiasts. She loves arcades, right? She may have an account there. And rejoining online communities lately to try to open up to like-minded folks and socialize a bit more on my own terms. She's got to be lurking in one of those places. Oh, wait, I know. We can't passively search for her. We can actively call her out. As much as I hate internet trolls, I do get results. If we taunt the ghost monsters online, well, I'm positive Sue's the sort of person who looks herself up constantly, right?
A winner is you.
Of course, and with my help we can establish fake accounts and spread the message so far and wide that she can't miss it. I suggest we use a public internet access point to keep it being traced back to Dream Machine, though. Ooh, road trip. Road trip. Oh, okay, I can tell from Gavin wincing at this that he's not a fan, but he's not a fan of our Iris in general, so...
Good work.
I like this plan, Miss Naomi. It's pretty quirky, but it just might work. I did say I wanted options. Involving the cops after all the semi-shady things we've done is risky. So provoking a rival gang of armed hooligans. So is infiltrating Deko's palace. So is... Alright, so posting a few troll messages isn't that risky given how many social media companies actually adore trolls and nurture them for advertising dollars. But it could annoy Sue. What's the best path forward? Before I can decide, Juniper raises her hand. All these sound great, but... Dan, you're still recovering from an injury? The less moving around you do, the more likely you'll heal nice and quick. You can't go gallivanting around the city chasing down rumors about the ghost monsters today. I'm just on crutches. I'm not an iron lung or anything. I'm still mobile. Light duty only. Doctor's orders, remember? But I have a solution for this conundrum. It's simple and super effective. Let us do this for you. You've had to tackle all these problems since joining the Funplex by yourself. Why not step back and let us handle this one? Well, okay, but I need to be there when we finally confront Sue. Well, you're out and about. I guess I'll get some rest, so I'm ready for tonight. Sound good? Sounds good. These are my friends. I trust them entirely. Now the only question is, which plan do I want to give this my Dan seal of approval? I'm kind of surprised this isn't an intense identity identifier situation where I can only pick certain things. I think our best bet is to keep things quiet. Plus, you know, this is the skill we have the most points in. I think our best bet is to keep things quiet, not involve the police or criminals, nor troll the internet. Just ask around for some of Sue's friends. Juniper, Percy, you two head off to Deko's palace and see what you can learn. It's less likely to backfire, or worse, you'll get arrested for loitering around the place, or you get your butts kicked by security, I guess? Right, we best move along then. Also, Percy, I'm sorry about their movie, it's really bad. You can count on me, Dan. That's right, he could count on me always. Dan and I have been friends for years and would be BFFs for many years to come. I knew I'd be by his side forever and a day. Yeah, I mean, theirs is definitely the safest idea and it's the most kindly, which, most of my points are in kindly, which is probably most people in the game who play the game, but... Okay, so I wouldn't be by his side today. I'd be Deko's palace looking for clues, like a teenage mystery sleuth, but I was by his side in spirit. He's always solving all these problems for his other friends at the arcade, always going on crazy adventures and getting in trouble, all while I stayed on the sidelines. And now it's time for Juniper to stay in the sun. But not actually, because I don't want to burn. Oh, okay, it's Juniper staying under the fluorescent tube lighting. I've never been to Deko's palace before. I went to Vegas once, and this place very reminds me of a bad off-strip casino. Pulsating lights flashing everywhere, the constant chirps from the games, and not to mention that heavy smell like greasy fried chicken. Not a pleasant aroma, is it? I've noticed you wrinkling your nose. I don't really like junk food. I mean, it's all you can swing when you're poor and don't have much free time, but I prefer cooking proper meals myself, you know? Oh, the target demographic of Deko's palace adores anything deep-fried and or covered in sugar, you see. No announcements or anything? Just keep an eye on some Discord. These are adorable together. So, have you given any thought to how we'll track down someone who knows our elusive, ghostly friends, then? Simple, it's a process of elimination. Like we're teenagers, right? So we can rule any adults or kids out. Plus, Sue and her friends are delinquents. If we find some young miscreants, we'll find our contact. They're suggesting we wander up to random dangerous-looking teenagers and just start asking them.
Correctamundo.
It's foolproof. Yes, well, if I may suggest something of a bit more rigorous, in terms of a scientific approach. Before Sue and her friends started running wild at Dream Machines, they seemed to express an interest in my Mr. Moopy game. Apparently Deko's Palace has a version of the game that she's already mastered, one which is strikingly different. I think I should start my search there. Perhaps a fellow Moopy aficionado would recognize Sue and be willing to talk about her. Okay, you hang around, Moopy. I'll poke around elsewhere and see what I can find. Text me if you hit pay dirt.
Be seeing ya.
Very well, I'll be in touch. Oh yeah. Juniper, do you have $10 for literally just napkins in a cup? And then an hour passed with nothing. I asked around, but either nobody had heard of Sue, or they kind of went quiet and made an excuse to leave after I mentioned her name. Thought about, like, chasing down some of the folks who seem to know something, but maybe I'm just not gutsy enough. I don't get it. Dan makes this thing look so easy. I thought we could just roll up on Deko's Palace, find someone who looks cyberpunky, get the info, bing bang boom, done. Instead I'm nursing a watery iced tea at a soda fountain, poking at a basket of french fries. After complaining about the greasy junk food, of course. Well, do you? Huh? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was asking if you wanted a refill on your iced tea. Oh. No, I'm good. And you know about a young woman named Sue, by any chance? About this tall, lavender hair, likes Moopy. I have other customers to attend to, excuse me. Well, poop butts. You can give Chuck out. I'll admit I didn't have much of a plan going into this one. Never had much of a plan, really. Couldn't even work up the nerve to leave that awful job until Dan gave me his approval. I couldn't lay out my own plan for my life. Being an independent artist is hard work, but at least now I have something resembling a plan for my life. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it. That's why I admire Dan. Okay, so he needs a nudge now and then to get moving, but once he does get the let out, nothing stands in his way. I need that kind of energy if I'm gonna succeed today. I need to not just sit on my butt eating french fries. I gotta get out there and make this happen. Notification from my phone snatched my attention just as I was getting off my bar stool. Possible lead, meet me at Moopy Game. This is it, my time to shine. Make it happen, Juniper. It takes seconds for me to get there. I can see Percy standing near some weird touchscreen version of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, which is being played by a little kid standing on a step stool.
I did it! I did it!
And if you hit the button, it makes the wizard man eat all the dots. Impressive, you got wonderful timing, Miss Tia.
Thank you.
Yay, the girl who lost her tickets in the very beginning of the game and then also tried out Wyvern Keep when we opened for G1 Game Day. She's back. Thank you for showing me to the spinny color game at that party, even if it was super boring. Oh, Miss Tia, this is my friend Miss Juniper. Juniper and Miss Tia here was telling me all about her best friend, Miss Sue.
What?
She was?
Definitely.
I mean, yes, I see. Sue, right. Okay, this isn't what I expected. I figured any friend of Sue's had to be some rough and tumble punk, not like a cute little package of smiles and sunshine. I was a leader for a gang of thugs and a friends with a kindergartner. Still, this was my chance. I had to go for it. Let's see, how would Dan handle introductions? I'm a mystery. Okay, time to put those years of babysitting practice to good work. Hello, Miss Tia. My name is Miss Juniper. I'm very pleased to meet you. I hope we can be friends.
Hello.
I like making friends. Unless you steal people's prize tickets. Those people are no good. Wasn't planning to? Okay, then we'll be friends. So, how do you know Miss Sue? Oh, Miss Tia was telling me that her brother is the chap we've come to know as Inky. Oh, I see. Is he around right now? Okay, the last thing we need is for one of the ghost monsters to notice us interrogating his sister for more information. No, I'm here with my big sister. And she got bored and went out to talk with her friends and drink milkshakes. We come to this arcade lots and lots. My brother usually ignores me too, but Miss Sue's is always very nice to me and tells great jokes. And she loves Moopy. She can make the wizard man eat all the dots every time. She taught me how to do it.
Yay!
You just gotta kick the game right here. And it'll look all funny for a moment, and then munch, munch, munch. You'll eat the dots right up. I see. Well, Miss Tia, I was hoping to talk to Miss Sue today. You know where she is, or maybe your brother?
It's a secret.
That line read. That line read caught me off guard a bit. I'm not supposed to tell nobody. Miss Sue said it was a secret. Okay, Juniper, time to use his powers of persuasion. What would Dan do in this situation? I wish I could tell the whole truth and be honest like Dan, but I'll have to be careful too. It's a secret. Miss Sue sounds like she's a great person. I'd really love to be friends with her too. She knows a lot about games, right? Yep, Miss Sue knows everything about every game. All of them. I really like to talk to her about arcades. She visited my favorite arcade recently, but hasn't come back since then. I just want to talk to her about our arcade. And I promise you I can keep the secret too. All I want to do is talk. I won't hurt her or anything. Why would you add I'm not gonna hurt her? Well,
BFFs for life.
I understand if you want to protect your friend. That's great. You're a great friend. We'd like to be great friends too. I don't know. Okay, I'm feeling very weird about tricking a little girl at this point. Dan sent us here so we could be friendly and diplomatic. Even if it'd be super easy to dupe this kid, I should be a little more honest. Miss Tia, the thing is...
Ooh.
Someone's being very mean to my friends, Mr. Dan, and we're hoping Miss Sue can help us. That's really why we want to talk to her. We want to be friends with Miss Sue, so she'll help us against this bully. Maybe she won't want to help, but we have to try. Mr. Dan believes in being kind to people. That's why he sent us here, to find someone who's friends with Miss Sue, so we can make all this better again. Would you be willing to help us? If you don't want to, that's okay. We'd understand. Mr. Dan? Me and Mr. Percy tried to help me when I lost all my tickets. I was so sad that day, but they helped me not feel bad anymore. You seem really nice, Miss Juniper, so... Okay, if we're gonna be nice to Miss Sue, I'll tell you. An really old arcade where my brother and Sue and her friends all hang out. No, I mean... It sure hurt a little. Not as much as other people. Gonna go to the bathroom again, so... Hey, we found where we need to go, so we're probably gonna be Going there next, after we finish the scene, I'd imagine. But be right back. Okay. Not too far from my home. It's got so many games in it. First he gets his phone out and starts trying to figure out the address based on her description of the area. I'm just relieved to be out of the spotlight as he translates from Little Girl Ease into Workable Map Ease. Huh. Let's hear it's a warehouse owned by Nostalgia Commodities. Super big house with one huge room, really tall ceiling, and stairs and stuff?
Quite good.
That sounds accurate. Very well, shall we depart? I'm sure Mr. Dan is eager to make friends with Miss Sue. Since we're friends and stuff now, you know Sue isn't really her name, right? Not her whole name, I mean.
It's a secret.
Her name's a secret, so... I can't ask this poor girl to divulge any more secrets. I already feel a bit weird about this. But she motions for me to kneel down anyway, so she can whisper. Her name is... Wow.
Pardon me?
Okay, I gotta go find my big sister. Bye! What was that about? I think I just figured out a lot of what's going on. I'll tell you on the way back to the Dream Machine. Not only did we learn where Miss Sue was hiding out, but we may have just been handed a heck of a plot twist. I can't wait to get home and divulge this info to Dan, and now that I think about it, I'm glad I can help out my BFF. Dan means a lot to me. We've been friends for years, and hopefully for many more years to come. All you have to do is get past this teensy-weensy little bump on the road, right? Just like stop a megalomaniacal arcade czar from ruining all our hopes and dreams, using nothing more than a street address and a name. I'm betting you'll want Ashley to decide when they confront Sue, of course, and that's okay. I've had enough excitement for one day. I just hope that I did enough to give Dan the winning edge, or it'll be game over for us all. Dan awakens to the sounds of pain. More specifically, the groans of pain escaping from my own throat. Apparently getting shot in the leg hurts. Hurts a lot. And sleeping on the second-hand employee couch, probably not the finest choice for rest. The nap was a definite necessity, however. I'm not operating at full speed anymore, and won't for a few weeks to come, but sleep didn't make my muscles any less achy. If anything, I've got a headache on top of it. Joy of joys. Right now, I've got 99 problems, and my physical condition ain't one. The fate of Dream Machine is what matters most.
Beep beep.
Beep beep, Dan. You should probably be getting up now. I'm up. Goody. So have you given any thought to how you're going to win over Sue's favor once you go confront her? I mean, usually I just sort of stumble through these things and decide stuff like that on the fly.
Ooh.
That's not good. You know those intense identity situations I've been tracking? The ones where you can't take certain approaches that don't mesh with your personality? What, like where I can't make nice if I'm too impulsive of a person? Well, it's not so much that you can't, more that you shouldn't try something that goes against who you are as a person. People will see right through it. Now, I'm betting Sue will know if you're play acting at something you aren't. This will be a super intense identity situation. Only one way through. The time comes, you're going to have to take a stand based on your highest personality score. Oh, not more numbers and systems. It's for your own good, Dan. I'm just trying to help you make decisions that will save Dream Machine. And that means being true to your spirit. What does that mean exactly? According to my calculations, right now your best bet is for how to convince Sue is to be kindly. You've done a great job opening your heart to others and getting them to empathize with you. Do that with Sue and she'll be your friend in no time. Now if I don't want to take that approach. It's a bit late to change who you are as a person, Dan. Remember, my numbers and scores only help me understand who you are. Who you are is who you've chosen to be. It's a causal relationship. I screwed up. But with the help of your friends, you can maybe get some ideas, nudge things around a bit until you feel confident, taking a different tactic than your usual one. Speaking of your friends, here's one now.
Oh my gosh!
Have I got news for you? Ashley rushes over to my side and sweeps me up in a hug, somehow delicately crushing me into her. Yeah, it's nice to feel her warmth cocooning me. I gently push myself away to peer at her smiling face, eagerly awaiting the word. Well, the suspense is killing me. Is it good news or bad news? Please tell me it's good news. Juniper and Percy did it! They befriended a little girl at Deco's. Turns out that girl is friends with Sue and got the deets from her. I think Sue has actual friends. What are the chances? So we for sure know where their secret hideout is, and you'll never believe this. Ashley looks around briefly, making sure there are no other prying ears, and listens in. Her hushed words tickled my ears. You know her real name. It's Tsunami. I jolt back, stunned. Tsunami? We'd been assuming all along the ghost monsters were guns for hire, paid off by Deco nomming to ruin our opening day. But if Sue is actually Deco's daughter? This could be bad. This could be very, very bad. Mercenary Hector could be convinced to betray her boss, but a dutiful daughter would be less likely to do so. And Deco didn't seem particularly enamored of the ghost monsters, though. Even if it means breaking up a family, maybe I can use that to drive a wedge between them? Either way, this has got a whole lot more complicated. Okay, this changes everything. It's absolutely bonkers, right? I would have never guessed that. Not in a million years. It does make things more complicated, doesn't it? How are we supposed to convince her now that we know they're family? Blood is thicker than water. Well, we'll just... We'll just have to make our water real thick like a slushie. I don't... Plus, if you know the whole quote, it means literally the opposite of that, so... Okay. I know you'll think of something, Dan, and when you do, I want to be there, right alongside you the whole time. I'll need to borrow your sewing needles. I'll suture us together so I can't leave your side. No, Dan, your jokes always make me laugh. That's possibly the most adorable yet a little creepy thing everyone's ever said to me. I understand what you're trying to say. Together. We're in this together. You and I, forever. The full version of blood is thicker than water is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. It literally means the opposite of blood is thicker than water. I guess specifically saying that the bonds you make as friendship are closer than the bonds you make as family. But everyone has shortened it to blood is thicker than water to make it mean that family means more than friends. There are a lot of quotes like that where when you have the full context, it completely changes the meaning. It's just been twisted and shortened to the point where it means something completely different. But we're in this together, you and I, forever. Forever. All this mushy stuff is fantastic, but maybe we should save it for afterwards. What's the plan, anyway? Iris told me I only get one chance at this, and I need to go with whatever I do best. But if I talk this through with someone, maybe I can learn a different path. I mean, I don't have a concrete one yet. I'm open to ideas. How would you handle this? Sue's a colorful girl. She's got spunk and she's got sass. I think you should play to those strengths and joke around with her. Maybe if we match up her antics with ours, we might just best her in our own silly game. It's like my third. No one can outplay me. I'm Dan, arcade manager, lover of Ashley Wolf, and all-around cool kid. That's what I'm talking about. Ashley takes my hands in hers as her jovial manner ends on a serious note. She looks assuredly into my eyes. I will follow you into the depths of hell. Hopefully the hideout is located in some fiery depths, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Thank you.
I appreciate everything you've done for me. Ashley closes the distance between us and our lips touch. A long, passionate kiss, one I never want to end. And I know it must. Ashley pulls back, her cheeks flushed as her hair playfully falls in front of her face. I know there's stuff you gotta do before you go, so I won't stall you any longer. I believe in you, we all do. She places one more quick kiss upon my lips and leaves. This is it. Either we sort this mess out, or Dream Machine crashes and burns. Or I get killed. I guess that's always an option, considering we're about to go confront a street gang that indirectly got me shot in the first place. I don't even want to consider the possibility of death. I'm immortal until proven otherwise, but, well, this is the end. I should probably have some words with my friends before I march towards Doom. I want to get their opinion on how I should approach Sue. Trying my crutches, I swing my way out to the arcade proper to track down some folks. Already talked with Ashley. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? I think I spot Percy at the bar. Yep, there he is, having a beer and watching some fighting game tourney on the sports channel.
Hello, hello.
Ah, you've heard the news then. That our arch-enemy is the father of our secondary arch-enemy? Yep.
Rather unfortunate.
Unpleasant business, that. Simply unpleasant. I wish I could offer you boundless enthusiasm and a show of confidence, but this whole situation has gotten rather out of hand, hasn't it? Okay. It's a matter of investment. My advice at this stage would be to cash out while you still can. Well, I don't like sad Percy face. He's so concerned. I mean, I know that you won't, but that's what I'd suggest. Life is short. Take it from me. Best to make the most of what you have than lose it all. So apologies for my inability to offer a pep talk. Afraid I'm rather melancholy today. Okay, Percy, I'll take care of this little problem we're facing. And I'll hold out hope. I'm not certain as to how you'll do this, but I'll hold out hope nevertheless. Well, how would you do it if you were willing to give it a go? Tricky. I don't know how effective it would be, but I'd try to approach as a friend, connect with Sue on an individual level. It's going to be difficult, mind you. She's young, she's got something to prove. She has friends she needs to impress. Thinking through all of that to get to her heart, well, you got your work cut out for you, yes? I've been considering taking a gentler approach, yeah. Thanks for the advice, Percy. Anytime, love. No matter what, if this turns violent again, you should take the better part of valor and run for it. I mean, I can't run right now, but I appreciate the sentiment. You've got your youth and your health, and take it from someone sitting in the Reaper's waiting room. There's no sense hastening that meeting. He always seems to joke about his own short lifespan, even if it's the only one who seems capable of laughing at it. Maybe I should really try to talk to him about this. Look, Percy, about your condition. Can I donate my heart? If so, I'll get a pocket knife and sort this out. Are you sure your condition is truly a death sentence? Can nothing really be done? Percy, we love you. You're part of the Dream Machine family. I'd rather have you here with us, enjoying Boopy, rather than attending your funeral. I know everyone else feels the same way. Are you sure there's nothing left to do? He does seem to be a bit taken aback at the outpouring of sentiment, and pauses before replying.
Well,
I suppose it's not like no stone's gone unturned. There are some options. I just don't see the point of taking them. It seems a waste. I'm not all that you seem to think I am, not compared to... So you're saying there are options that could save you? Could. Maybe. Possibly. And I may consider them, perhaps. But our focus tonight should be on you, not on me. Don't let my situation weigh on your mind, not at this critical moment. I'll hear no more of it, understand? Fine.
lovely.
But go out there and do right by your friends. Save Dream Machine. I've decided to hold out hope after all. Lovely, isn't it? Now, okay, so... definitely Juniper. And Juniper's also having lemonade, so I guess we're just stopped by with her on our way out. Granted, she sort of hates sipping it, clearly looking frustrated.
Come on.
This whole situation's total poop butts. Yes, let's add a heavy sigh as I approach.
That sucks.
You just dug yourself out of the hole in your life had become, and now you're going to lose another arcade? It sucks. It seriously sucks. Dream Machine isn't lost yet. But it's not like you have a total plan for how to save it yet, right? Other than go talk to someone who may or may not help. Honestly, that's about as much of a plan as I ever have, and right now it's as good of a plan as we're going to get. If you were going in my place, how would you handle this? Well, I guess there's two tricks I'd try. One, she's a teenager, right? A rebel to the core. Be a rebel, a dissident, a class clown. Connect with her on that level and make her feel you're wild too. Two, she's a teenager, right? Her being young and totally stupid. And let her make a mistake and outthink her. Keeping calm, using that to react to her moves. I guess they're wildly different ideas, but hey, one of them will work, right? And when it comes to strategy, I've got more experience under my belt than she'd have. I can outthink her, should it come to that. Exactly.
Definitely.
You know, I'm proud of you. You come so far from the Wolf family curse days when you blame all your misfortunes on fickle fate. Instead, you're diving in and trying to strangle fate with his own strings. And I want you to know, win or lose, I'll still be here.
BFFs for life.
I'm your best friend, arcade or no arcade. Even if you lose this place, you'll always have a home. I'll make you pizza bagels and give you a shoulder to cry on. I haven't lost this fight yet, Juniper. Put the microwave on hold. We're having proper tacos when I return victorious from this challenge. Woohoo, tacos! I'm down for victory tacos. Okay, I'm sufficiently cheered up thanks to your infectious spirit. Get out there and let him have it, Tiger. I really don't know anyone else. I mean, Naomi will probably give us more kindly points, which we don't need. Gavin will certainly be steady, which we don't need. Queen Bee and Taya will both be gutsy, I'm sure. Okay, no sense putting it off any longer. I talked to everyone that I wanted to. I gathered as much information as I could. I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point. It's time to do this for the sake of my future, my dreams, my friends' dreams, and Dream Machine itself. It just adjusts just adjusts these sliders a bit, but I've kind of piled all the points in the kindly, so 1 point is not going to sway things that much at this stage. I take Ashley's hand in mine as a soft smile curls my lips. We're ready to depart and face our destiny together. It's a short trip across town, and before you know it, we're standing outside Ghostmonsters HQ, a rundown warehouse on the bad side of town. A wooden sign, long since fallen off the side of the building, identifies it as belonging to Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated. Spoopy! I wonder how many scary ghosts haunt this place. Officially, it's 13 ghosts, right? Does that include the ghost monsters? Oh, yeah, how could I forget about them? Including them, I'd reckon there are 18. That's still too many ghosts for my liking. You think of a better place for a street gang to lay low? Odds are Deco owns this building anyway. Correct. Nostalgia Commodities Inc. is a wholly owned subsidiary of Deco's Palace Inc. Ah, great. Another obstacle in our path. One more thing, binding Sue to Deco. Am I get a response, or is that just email? Let's just email. Okay. Don't give up yet, Dan. I'm right beside you, and I'm not going anywhere. Although, I'll leave you to do the speaking. You're much more better at socializing with the enemy than me. I'll speak up if I notice anything, though. Oh gosh, it's now or never. I sigh once, looking over at my companion. I'm sure glad I'm not going at this alone. I'm nervous for sure, but I know what I have to do. So I'm pretty sure the person who comes with you is always your romance partner, and I'd imagine if you don't go with a romance partner, it's probably just whoever you have the highest friendship with. Also, bathroom break again, I'm sorry. Alright, talked with Joe for a moment before I pop back in. It's not lunch and stuff. Well, I settled down on my crutches, armpits resting on the padding, to prepare to enter the belly of the beast.
Hey, listen.
Iris? Kind of about to be in the middle of something here. I know. And I've simultaneously reprogrammed myself to include a new measurable metric which should be useful for your mission. I call it the incredibly right indicator of success. You had to get the R in there, didn't you? Or IRIS for short. Hey, when you have a great acronym already, you may as well use it. I'm going to start analyzing Sue's vocal patterns once you step in there, to determine how close you are to convincing her. That way you'll know if you're on the right track or if you need to try something different. Let's take a look at your current score. Well, currently you have a 0.0 chance of success. Yay! Well, okay, that's probably a bit disheartening, but think of it like, if I walked away right now, I'd fail miserably instead of I'm doomed. But speaking of doom, well, since there is a chance you can actually fail this time, rather than be assured you can mumble your way through the problem, would you like me to back up your data first? Yep, we'll do a save. Just in case. Taking a deep breath, I thump-swing my way into the warehouse, on my crutches, with my companion beside me. I don't know what I expected to find upon entering the lair of a notorious gang of cybercriminals, but a makeshift arcade that rivals my own was not high on that list. If this is a dumping ground of a warehouse for Deco's industry, I mean, it makes sense, though. A place where old arcade games go to die, turned into a playland for punks. It's very jokery because of all the purple. This organized maze of games litters the ground floor, poorly lit and barely functional. Only some of the screens are on, and many of them have serious ghosting and burn-in. Yep, it is literally the maze from Pac-Man. They also hung lights on top of to make more obvious. As for the ghost monsters themselves, the good news is they haven't noticed our arrival. As I look up, I can see them on the second floor in the catwalks. Huh, they seem distracted. That's good news. The bad news? They're distracted because they have a visitor.
Unfortunate.
I have to say, Sue, I'm extremely disappointed in you. Hard to get a good angle from down here, hidden in the shadows, but it sounds like the old man's ranting at his daughter in his usual passive-aggressive way. I mean, they're literally the ghost monsters. Their names are Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. It's it's an Easter egg, but it's really on the nose. I could stay hidden and eavesdrop on a conversation, gather more information, or I could announce myself and barge in on them. Both are risky. Which one makes the most sense for how I'm going to handle the negotiation we're about to have, though? Eavesdrop. My motion for Ashley to stay quiet as we lurk in the shadows below the catwalks above. You should be out there doing what you agreed to do, not hiding away in your clubhouse. A clubhouse I pay the rent for, I should add. You want to keep your little playground, yes? Hard for me to do so if some competitor rises to hurt my bottom line.
Pay attention.
Look at me when I'm talking to you, Sue. I'm trying to explain how the world works. Pay attention. Yes, Dad. Hard to tell from this angle, but I could swear she said that through gritted teeth. Certain forced tone to it as well.
Am I not generous?
I don't ask for much, I feel. I look the other way when you and your friends cause trouble. I bail you out of jail. I let you skip school as often as you want. All told, I feel I've been a lenient father who understands and appreciates his daughter's inclinations. Now the first fucking thing about me. What was that? Speak up, I can't hear you. Don't look to your little friends, look at me. Reluctantly, Sue's eyes met with her father's. Yes, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad.
You understand, yes?
All I want from you is to be so very, very little. It's what you'd be doing anyway, really. Go back there and keep causing trouble for Dream Machine. Or do you really want me to pull back all my support of your little gang, leaving you twisting in the wind at the mercy of the Cybercrime Task Force?
No helping it.
Of course not, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. I think I'm starting to understand the situation. He's under his thumb, but not by choice, and she hates it. Good. Now then, why haven't you finished the job?
Oh, Aw, come on.
I almost fucking died thanks to invading lowly chainsaw turf. You got back there. I'm hearing excuses, Sue. I thought you were made of stronger stuff than that. Some delinquents are chasing you away. Really? How are you going to eventually inherit my empire if you can't stand up to some school brats? I want your damn empire.
Pay attention.
Speak up, I said. I quit looking at the floor. And we lock eyes through the metal grate flooring she's standing on. Her hands go to her hips in an overtly confident fashion as she bends over, like a child finding a lucky penny on the sidewalk. Well, 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 what do you know? Ah, crap, she spotted us. Inky, Blinky, we have guests. Sorry, wrong tube. She snaps her fingers, a sudden aura of command about her. She's distracted from the verbal beatdown by her father. Goons swarm, flanking us. We're quickly hustled up the stairs, well, as quickly as I can manage on crutches. Now's the time to use this moment to my advantage, and I know just what to say. Sue, Deco, good to see you. Apologies for barging in at this late hour, but you're a little difficult to track down, I've found. Deco's face twists into a grotesque blend of anger and fear. What in the hell? I can't be seen here. If any record ends up online... Geez, Dad, relax. Clyde? On cue, Clyde steps out of the shadows, their fingers dancing over their phone as they concentrate on the screen. Both of them have phones. One has an Iris Assistant loaded. We're blocking their outgoing data streams. There should be no verifiable data evidence of this conversation uploaded anywhere. I can't stop Dan's Irish from hearing you, but I can hijack his account if you need me to, so we can manually wipe her memory. Just say the word. Yeah, we'll see. Thanks, Clyde. Also, tiny thing, maybe it's me, but I'd call her hair more silver than lavender. Maybe it's me. Clyde nods in agreement, backing out of the spotlight. Happy now, Dad? You're clear. Quit freaking out.
As you like.
Not that it matters. My business with this Mr. Wolf has already concluded. I gave you a chance to escape your crumbling little arcade, and you turned me down. You have no vision, I have nothing further to say to you. We're not actually here to talk with you. I came here tonight to have a chat with... Wait for it. Your daughter. Timing is everything. We need to talk with... Dramatic pause. How did you...
Well, well, well. You're a resourceful one. A squeaky clean arcade industry titan can't let anyone know about his hooligan daughter, can he? No. So I've had to keep that under wraps. Good work sleuthing it out. You know, honestly, I like you. I like your arcade. It's super rad. And I appreciate you didn't just kick me out. You were willing to give me a second chance. I didn't want to trash your big moment, but... well...
She casts a sidelong glance at her father.
I didn't exactly have a choice, did I?
I didn't want to come back and cause you more trouble after that, so I stayed away. Figuring I'd done what I'd had to do and could leave it at that. You didn't finish the job. Dream Machine still stands. Not that it matters, I suppose, nor does this little last-ditch effort to save it. I see your game, Mr. Wolf. It's as obvious as the sad little strategic moves you've made so far to keep your arcades afloat. Sadly, nothing you say or do will save Dream Machine from my inevitable takeover. This is simply how the industry works. Now, Sue, it's time to finish what you started. Sue shifts her attention from her father back to me. Hard to read what she's thinking, but I have to think of something to calm the tension. Step forward, my fist clenched, ready. But before words escape me, someone's by my side. Sue, pay no attention to that old fuddy-duddy. All your dad do is make everything messy, and that's no fun at all. Meanwhile, look at yourself. You aren't anything like him. You're cool, you're hip, you're fun. That's all you, girl.
Seriously? If you think you could come here and convince my daughter to turn on me, you're sorely mistaken. Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. She knows I'm the one she can rely on at all times. Without me, what is she? Just a simple thief with simple friends.
The ghost monsters exchange glances with each other, frowning and rolling their eyes. But they don't utter a word or move against Echo. They clearly want to pounce, but hold themselves back.
But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. Oh, and I also put a roof over her head, feed her, and clothe her. I spare no expense. In other words, she knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice. After all, Father knows best. Father knows all. And in the world of arcades, Dekonami knows and controls all. You can't stop that. You can't fight it, and you can't win. Sue, if you would kindly show our friend the exit, as forcefully as you like, perhaps make a game of it. See if your buddies can wreck the other leg.
Seriously? Vindictive much? Do it. Fine. Inky Pinky bounce them both. With a flick of the wrist, Sue gestures for her buddies to make us into street pizza. Oh, this is it. This is the moment. You say something that will convince Sue to do the impossible, to flip on her control freak father. It has to be something absolutely true to my core, to who I've become as a person. Time for Dan Wolf to pull one more rabbit out of a hat. Here's a super intense identity situation detected. So yeah. Or it's fun that I came to battle and you challenge you to a pizza bagel eating contest. Always have a gamer prove it. This calls for a one-on-one video game showdown. For strategy, toss this out. Sure, you can come with something more clever than that, but the one I can pick because it's my strongest stat is you're stronger than him, Sue. You don't need Deco. He needs you, and I can help you see that. This feels wrong, Sue. I'm not talking about kicking us out or kicking us around. I'm talking about you taking orders from him. Sue, through our recent interactions, I've come to know you and your heart. You love arcades, but you're working for someone who loathes them, while doing his dirty laundry. You'll hear me out. I know I can help you see that too. You're stronger than Deco. You don't need him. He needs you. I mean, if you'd rather match us into pace, well, I stand on one foot, arms wide, to make it a bit easier for her. Do as you wish. You quite done babbling yet?
A foolish fool.
Get this over with, Sue. I'm done dealing with this fool. And yet Sue's holding up a hand to stop the two goons she was about to sick on us. What are you waiting for, young lady? I said to get rid of them. Just babbling, right? So who cares? Specifically, why do you care, Dad? You afraid Dan will you afraid Dan will say something you don't want your daughter to hear?
I run the show, not you.
Well, I want to hear it out. If you don't want to hear it, nobody's keeping you here, old man. What? Shh, the adults are talking. Deco is visibly seething, but Sue's clearly taken the floor. Deco crosses his arms in defiance, but Opsal and his daughter continue. Okay, Dan, okay. You've got a temporary reprieve from my boys making you into a Picasso. You say what you came to say, but if I'm not, like, super duper incredibly totally swayed by your amazing charisma, you're out the door. Possibly the window. Well, this is it, my chance to convince Sue. I have to do this. It's not just me. I have Ashley beside me, lifting me up. I look over at my love, my heart, and I smile. Alright, deep breaths. Count to 10. Refocus. I slow down my racing pulse, bringing this down to something more heartfelt, more personal. I have to connect with Sue, empathize with her. This isn't just about being convincing. I need to befriend her and lay bare the emotional truths in her heart. I glance at Iris on my phone screen, who simply shrugs. We're entering a far more subtle territory. I can't rely on her to tell me what responses may or may not work. I have to be the best I can be, on my own. You have 4 more attempts to sway Sue remaining. Okay. Just in case, save. Her love of arcades in general, flatter her ego, with the power of friendship. Remind her she was almost killed for him. Invite her back to our arcade, or offer her a place to stay. We'll start with invite her back to our arcade. Sue, you like Dream Machine, right? I offered you a second chance before. It still stands. I'd welcome you and your friends returning to enjoy our games. It's not like you wanted to hurt us. You agree to stop pushing Deco's agenda by messing with Dream Machine? You can swing by anytime you like. I'll even copy some tokens. Sound good? Absolutely. Except for, you know, the small problem with the lovely chainsaw lying in wait to finish the job and put me in the dirt. Right. Afraid that a couple bucks in tokens wouldn't go real far in paying for my funeral? Yeah, I appreciate the offer and all, but honestly, if I wanted to come back, I'd come back, man or not. There's bigger things at play than what I want, though. But, she raises a hand, shutting me down. Done talking about this. We're done. Damn, I honestly thought that'd work, but she shut me down so fast I doubt she'd want me to push any harder. Alright. I think there's a pretty simple indicator of how much Deco cares about you, Sue. He nearly got you killed. He didn't know that was lovely chainsaw territory when he asked us to go to Dream Machine. Did you tell him? Of course. And how did he react? He didn't care.
I don't follow.
Why should I? Some pathetic little gang of campfire scouts pretending to be a menace to society? They're nothing. I'd like to think my daughter and her friends are clever enough, strong enough to overcome such nonsense. Except they nearly killed her. That giggling gathering of girls proved to be a bit more dangerous than you thought they'd be, Deco. No doubt the shooter would have peed her panties in fear before getting the nerve to pull the trigger, if you hadn't startled her. Making some assumptions there, Deco. For all you know, they're sociopaths to the core, and now you're pushing for her to go back into their turf. A hard lesson, but one she must learn. If Sue can't learn to rise to such mediocre challenges, she won't be ready to inherit my empire.
You understand, yes?
Am I a harsh tutor? Perhaps, but I know Sue will be stronger for facing her fears. Worthy of the challenges to come and running Deco's palace. So not only did he ignore your warnings, now he wants you to go back into the line of fire? What kind of loving father would push you out there in front of a firing squad, just so he can tear down a little arcade like mine? What kind of vindictive, spiteful bastard do you have to be to sacrifice your own daughter to...
See? See? You get it?
Yeah, alright, okay, you made your point. Dad, seriously, fuck you if you won't listen to me. I told you this would happen, you didn't give a shit. So no, I'm not going back there. End of discussion.
How dare you?
Disobedient. Question of strategy. You want Dan squished? Just ways to do it which don't require me getting shot at. But you didn't care about that, no. Too impatient, too jealous. So you shoveled into my lap. Well, fuck you. I'm not making the same mistake twice. Okay, I'm glad she could see reason on this one. There are 2 more left. You love arcades in general. You've got pixels in your heart, Sue. I mean, look at this place. It's amazing. You've built one heck of an arcade here. Also, your friends can have a fun place to relax and enjoy themselves. Yeah, it's not that great. A lot of the games are busted. Seriously? You think you can appeal to our love of these pieces of garbage?
Such a shame. Such a shame.
The only reason she has any of these games is because I couldn't find space in the landfill for them. They're my cast-offs. What's to love?
Wrong.
Damn it, Dad, they're not junk. When I was a kid, I used to love going to the arcades. Bring your daughter to work day was a treat. Got to have fun and enjoy all these great games. I felt special. I was a special kid because my daddy ran an arcade. Felt good, like you were this amazing person I would look up to. Then you started throwing them out and replacing them with these fucking slot machines and mobile game ports. Sensing he's losing her, Deco switches tactics.
Am I not generous?
And I gave you all the games you loved. See? They're all down there. Instead of throwing them out, I gave you a very generous gift. As my beloved daughter... Not gonna be enough to just say she loves games. I have to take Deco down a peg. Deco, you can't have it both ways. Are the games pure garbage, suitable for nothing but a landfill? Or are they treasures to bestow upon your daughter? I can't say I'm impressed if you think the arcade version of a pile of used tissues is a worthy gift for a loved one.
See? See? You get it?
I can see you through your bullshit, old man. You hate arcades. The only reason you run was for the cash flow. Sucker born every minute, right? Even if the suckers you prey on are kids, you don't give a damn. It's all about that bottom dollar and nothing more. Don't act like you were being nice and giving me gifts. I rescued these games from you. But I've done so much for you, given you so many gifts, even beyond games. So not turning up for my piano recital in 4th grade, that was a gift? How about when you told me to make do with shirts with holes in them because you didn't want to splurge on new clothes? I was teaching you, independence, strength of character. You taught me all I can rely on is myself. You don't want to offer me shit. Yet you expect me to fall in line when you need something? Starting to see the inequity here, Pops. Hey, chance of success is now 99.97%. That's got Sue on my side. Oh, is this going to screw me up if I pick something else? So let me be clear about this. The reason you won't side with me over your father is you're worried he'll burn you, take you out of his home, abandon you on the street. Let's put aside the question of whether holding such a threat over your head indicates loving your father or not. I mean, it doesn't, but what you need is a place to stay to avoid being homeless. I'll offer my home. Wait, seriously?
Bad idea, friend. Bad idea.
Yeah, and I don't think any of those were good, but I rent your arcade and now you offer me 3 hots and a cot? Hey, I'm generous like that? Huh, well, she can stay with me. If it comes to that. Clyde, seriously? I don't want to put you out. My parents like you. I like you. And they'd understand your situation. Please, don't feel like you got no options. You got your friends. You've got me. Just think about it, okay? Please? I wouldn't actually drive her from my home.
You understand, yes?
That was just a figure of speech. I'm saying that I'm her provider, that I'm the reason she's able to... Nah, I'm pretty sure you meant what you said. You've threatened me with all the dire consequences of disobedience more times than I can count. I'm getting sick of it. Don't think you can hold that over my head any longer.
Think about this.
This would be a mistake, Sue. Think about more than what roof you happen to be sleeping under. I can protect you in ways you cannot provide for yourself. Beyond food and clothing and a place to stay. Legal protection, notably. I keep you off various radars. I make sure my enemies aren't aware you exist. You're safe under my wing. Oh, definitely. But maybe I just don't care anymore. Maybe I'd rather flame out than put up with your shit. Okay, no, we didn't lose any points. I was a little afraid. Sound like she's starting to see through his supposed generosity. Good. Before I can get another word, Sue waves her hands, interrupting me. Okay, enough.
Man, this sucks.
I'm sick of all this talking. It's time for action. It's time for decisions. You made your case, Sad. So have you, Dan. He wants to protect me and use me. Patently obvious at this point, but maybe the cost of turning my back on him is too high. Well, Dan wants me to throw it all away just because it's the right thing to do. As for me, what do I want? How do I want this to play out? Well, this is it. This is the moment of truth. Did I convince Sue to abandon her father? Did we save Dream Machine, or was it all for nothing?
You know what? You, Dad.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard me. Your poor f***ing excuse for a father and your so-called enemy really opened my eyes about that.
I still love that all the curses are actually bleeped out.
Oh, don't get me wrong. You've got money and power. You could crush me like an ant, yeah? Yeah. And I don't think I care anymore. I'm tired of living in your shadow and under your thumb. I'm tired of living with you. As of today, we're done. I'm cutting unhealthy like you from my life. I think we can do business. You want to save your arcade? I've got the evidence you need to stick Daddy Dearest behind bars for the rest of his life. Every dirty deal I've ever helped him carry out, and believe you me, that's a lot of extremely filthy deeds.
You can't do this. I forbid it. You are my daughter, and if I go down, you're coming with me.
I did it.
Really? I think I can spin this entire mess as your fault.
I'd like to see you try, you ignorant brat. You're a career criminal, incorrigible to the end. What possible proof could you offer up of your innocence?
Sue snaps her fingers and points to my phone.
Oh, Iris. Would you kindly?
Sure thing, Miss Sue. From my speaker, a perfect audio recording of Deco's earlier self-incriminating words.
Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. She knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
Golly, that sure smells like corruption of a minor and blackmail to me. And once I
Sue's
do my
amazing.
hair and pigtails and offer a jury big puppy dog eyes, oh, my mean old dad forced me into a life of crime. Well, what do you think happens next?
No, that's impossible. You said you blocked all recording devices. I said I couldn't block Iris from functioning, just block her from uploading her recordings anywhere. He was still listening this whole time. You can go ahead and remove the data block now, Clyde. Already done. Also uploaded a press kit based on our Dekonami archives of 5 major newspapers, 11 websites, ESPN, ESPN Esports Center, and HGTV. Yeah, wait, why that last one? Home and Garden Television? I figured the 2 guys from Arcade Flippers might be interested. I really like that show. You know, the arcade guys, they got it. They gotta know. With that settled, Sue turns a smug, satisfied smile towards her doomed father.
Welcome to the Ides of March, Dad. You want to get me in trouble too? You feel free. At worst, I'll do a year or 2 in juvie. But you're gonna bleed out on the floor by the time I'm through.
That's a hell of a threat. Let's hope you weren't recording that one. Inky? Blinky? Yeah, boss? Show my father the door. Gently. Don't leave any marks, at least.
No! No! This is completely unacceptable! I am your father! I'm Dekonami! I am the arcade business!
Inky and Blinky easily restrain Deco by the arms, but I just can't let him go without having my 2 cents. I like that the joke option was, "Hi, arcade business. I'm Dad." It's nothing personal, Mr. Nami. It's just business. The arcade industry doesn't need you anymore. It's time for fresh blood to turn things around from the dead end you steered it towards. And so, justice is served.
You impudent, insignificant little...
You still here? Not for long.
I haven't lost. I can still fight this. I can still...
And the Ghost Monsters remove Deco from our sights. Instantly, the entire atmosphere of the place changes, as if a great weight has been lifted. I couldn't be more relieved, and I relaxed into a sigh. Not gonna lie, the next few days will be interesting, to say the least. I think you better stay at my place. My parents won't mind at all. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hide out until the heat's off. Maybe practice batting my eyelashes at a weak-willed jury box full of concerned parents, too. Sue blinks in astonishment. Alright, you're still here. Also, Sue is the name of the 4th ghost from Miss Pac-Man, so it still all ties together. Like I said of Clyde, it's Sue in Miss Pac-Man. I'm sorry to do it, my goodness. I don't know if I'm just sitting on my bladder in this position or what, but be right back. Alright, there's a controller. You. Oh, I knew you were special. Knew it from day one. The heat never cools off, and we make amends with a lovely chainsaw. I might pop by your arcade, play some games, and not stir up any trouble.
I'll keep my promise. The public will know Deco hired a gang to go after you. That should exonerate your arcade as a victim of his shady dealings. So, we square?
Thank you. I know this wasn't easy for you, giving up so much, and I appreciate what you've done for my arcade.
I owed you, honestly. I may still owe you for that matter.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe it! You did it! You actually did it!
Actually, you helped too. We did it. Together.
We didn't we? You know, we make a pretty perfect team, you and I. Me and you. And now that the evil hath been vanquished, a new calm will spread across the arcade lands. Arcades everywhere will thrive, and the people will prosper.
And finally live happily ever after.
I'd like that.
Hey, and there's the achievement for Killscream. Finished Chapter 8, so now we're basically an epilogue. The next few days pass by in a blur. I'm just waiting for the thing to go by before I hit the button. That morning we had press crowding around the doors of the arcade before we'd even opened. Sue's care package of bad news that went up the wire caught their attention. Mr. Wolf, is it true that Dekonami organized a gang hit on your arcade? How do you respond to allegations that Dekonami is involved in an international counterfeit plush doll prize ring? What's your relationship with the Ghost Monsters? Have you heard of any of the allegations of child abuse? Have you seen Mrs. DeFame's article talking about the incident, praising your professionalism? I gave so many interviews that day that I lost my voice. Fortunately, Ashley was on hand to help keep me hydrated, encourage me onward. Absolutely has been too much water. I started like here, I'm down to here. It's been too much water because I've had to hydrate to keep reading for this. A lot of the other games I play, I at least can like let the game breathe a bit. I can be quiet and let the game happen. It's a lot harder to do that with there's no animation, no action in the game. The rare times I get to let the game breathe are just when there are voice lines, so... Then I swallowed down the wrong tube. So yeah, it's been a lot of line reading, and just straight talking that I've been hydrating a lot. So yeah. I'm just pushing too much water through my system. I'm flushing myself out, kinda. Anyway, Ash is on hand to help keep me hydrated, which has been my problem today, and encourage me onward. Everybody loved to see a fallen family entertainment icon. It made them feel self-righteous. And Dekonami was now square in the crosshairs. It didn't matter that the official police response was a generic, "We are still investigating these claims." The court of public opinion had decided. Deco's palace was doomed. The final crushing blow came at a press conference 3 days later.
These obvious falsehoods generated by jealous business rivals and lying children merely go to show how the powerful are routinely targeted for harassment. Furthermore, what? No! Unhand me immediately! You! I'm innocent in these matters! Innocent!
And we never saw him again. Seriously, after the arrest, he just up and vanished from the public eye. Honestly, it's a bit creepy. I was at least expecting a trial or something.
He told me that if I didn't commit all those crimes, he'd take away my food!
Wow, a little over on this one, Sue.
I never wanted to be a hacker. I just like computers. I wanted to get a computer degree and get a normal job like anyone else.
Largely a line of hokum, but it was good to see Sue breaking away from Deco's influence all the same. I mean, who knows? Maybe Sue's ready to turn over a new leaf and go straight after all. Yeah, she's kind of taken by the MIB a little bit. The Deco's Palace Board of Directors Deco's Palace Board of Directors unanimously voted to eject him, given he just vanished into the guts of the judicial system. Oh, the arcade empire he established is still out there, still powerful, still tacky as heck, and still a menace to small arcades like ours. But without his guiding vision, it's largely treading water. Who knows, maybe one day, the traditional arcades will overtake what he left behind. As for Dream Machine, good games, good drinks, good times. We promise friendship and fun in equal measure here at Dream Machine. We're not as large as some arcades, but we make up for that with a quality experience that keeps our regulars coming back for more. It's true. Sometimes you do want to go where everybody knows your name.
You know, Matt, having conquered both donuts with books and booze with tokens, maybe it's time to expand to new horizons.
Water slides with wineries, mini golf with margaritas, bingo with brewskis.
I don't think getting people drunk and then letting them go on water slides is the best idea, but
The sky's the limit when it comes to inadvisably mixing leisurely liaisons with various vices.
Hang gliding with hangovers.
that's a bad one.
On second thought, I think we just found the limit.
But the arcade in the end is less important than the people who call it home. And there's our cosplay connection achievement, because we finished the game with Ashley. Now it's like, yay, we're helping her. Although I'm confused as to why we're cutting this way on that bit of fabric. Unless it's on purpose. I honestly didn't expect how Dream Machine exploded in popularity after we took Deco down. With the newfound fame came people loving everything about the arcade, including Ashley's mascot. Kids and adults alike adored them. We ended up making plushies, posters, action figures, t-shirts, everything of the mascot, and people gobbled it right up. Half the profits are from merch alone. Watching Ashley watch people love those creations filled them with such excitement. We started working on a secondary mascot to debut at Dream Machine next month. Complete with backstory.
This is going to be the best costume I've ever made.
I have a feeling we're going to be wearing the costume too. And you did it while believing in yourself and your talents. I'm so proud of you.
And I'm so proud of
Yep,
you
there it is.
that you offered to wear it at the grand reveal. You're going to look cute as a button in this.
If you crafting it, I would expect nothing less.
Just think, after we debut this new arcade hero, we will be an unstoppable duo. People will demand all sorts of new swag for these characters. Maybe they'll even make an anime about it.
Oh, regardless, I'm sure people will love it as much as I love you. Give me those buttons and a hot glue gun. We've got a costume to complete. Iris explained to me that irises, being adaptive software, eventually become more and more like their users. It seems my empathy has rubbed off on Iris. With my influence, she's grown quite a bit.
I hope that one day, humans will see us as friends and allies. All I've ever wanted was to embrace kindness and understanding. And thanks to you, I've learned so much.
And would you believe it? Gavin and Naomi ended up dating. Both of them were a bit distant from the others at first, but I guess everything we did together helped them come out of their shells a bit and realize one was an enemy. Neither one was an enemy. Well, they argue from time to time, usually about games and profit margins. But there's a mutual dream they share, of a wonderful arcade where they can both be happy. And I'm proud to have played even a small part in helping them find that dream. Naomi formed an online community of arcade repair enthusiasts. One was to let her make a safe place to get to know others and be part of a crowd on her own terms. Gavin took advantage of the fall of Deco's Palace to make Dream Machine the hottest new arcade destination on the block, using his excellent business skills. I know, we're something of an odd couple, but that's okay. We're both odd people. We've never really done anything the normal way to begin with. Oddities we may be, but there's nothing odd about my love for you. I'm so honored to be by your side, Naomi. Hey, this is why we didn't date Naomi, so... This way Naomi got to get together with Gavin. It was all for a reason. And because I wanted to see Ashley's story, let's be honest. Percy only had 2 years left to live. But with the success of Dream Machine and with the encouragement of all his friends, he decided that wouldn't be enough. Mind's made up. I'm going to seek more treatment. I don't want this to end. I don't want to say goodbye to you all. He'd live many years to come, thanks to a renewed push to take care of his condition. Happy years spent with all of us. As for Mupi, well, with all the time in the world, he took his time, he paced himself, and eventually beat the score. Although I'm honestly not sure what to do with the rest of my life. Suppose we'll just have to see when we see, Yay! Through the good times and the bad, Juniper stuck by me, my BFF for life. I'm really proud of you, you know? You pulled yourself out of the tailspin your life was in. You went for it, you did it, you made it happen. I'm lucky I got to be even a small part of that. A large part of that, I'd say. I wouldn't be here now if not for you. Hey, I'll take credit if you want me to, just call me Juniper the Life Coach. And you know, I'll be in your corner until you're dead. Hopefully later rather than sooner, though. Yeah, and then the people who... And then he met a guy named Joe. And then people who you didn't get high enough friendship with, there's a bad end. Spoilers, if you don't get high enough points with Percy, he does not make it. He just kind of disappears eventually. When the 4 Heavenly Kings invited her to live and play at their team house, Queen Bee instantly snatched up that opportunity. It's always been her calling. It's been a lot quieter in Dream Machine since she left. Whenever she's playing in a major tournament, we always show the matches. She never mentions in her championship speeches. I guess we were just a step on her ladder of success. But that's, I mean, if you specifically don't focus on Percy and have him as one of your, like, lower 2 or 3 people. I mean, Teo kept the Showtime stage scene alive here at Dream Machine until he got offered a job as a regional community manager. Babe, you would know better than I would. Is it possible to get everyone's good ending in a run? To be high enough level with everyone, like, keep the bars even enough to get all the good endings, or do you have to get bad endings? Teo put his crewmate D in charge here, as he set off traveling and organizing dancing tournaments around the world. He's doing what he loves, connecting with all sorts of people. I guess he just never connected enough with anyone here to stay around. Wonder if he'll ever stop by again, hop on our stage, and show us his moves. Not when romancing? Ah. So if we just did a friendship run, we could have gotten all of them, but we want that romance. Love and friendship in a time of pixels and quarters. Finally, I'm home. Dream Machine. Thank you, Dream Machine. My spirit's restored and my future is bright. The only way is when it's an AIDS friendship run? Got it. The last I can say... I'm happy. Finally truly happy with who I am and where I am. I fought hard for this and won it at great effort. And happiness is my reward. For this day and every day to come. And we get credits, which we are absolutely going to watch. We try to watch the credits anyway, but again, Stefan Gagne, Anna Schulman. Why did I put an L in there? Schumann. Naomi with Stephanie Shee, Oki Banks, Price Johnson, Amber Lee, Nasi Chaudhry, Christopher Escalante, Mark Meir, Dana McRae, Lily Pichu, and I lost track. Dang it. Molly with the character art. Well, I did such a good job. And then Patreon backers. Kevin Richardson. I wonder if is it that Kevin Richardson, I wonder. I love Isaac Will It Work Danziger. Stefan, thanks to Rent P. Tom and the visual novels Discord. Running Ready Run. 8-Bit Guy and LGR. PQ for believing in us. So, and Anna's specifically special thanks to Stump Gaming and Stump Family. Prince Coffee. And Creative Commons attributions. So this is all the, like, royalty-free stuff they used, but you know, with credit, obviously. And credits for P-Cube. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Again, I I'd seen the story, but I saw Naomi's version through Pro Jared, so I wanted to see Ashley's version, but like you'll still get to the same basic end of you will still take on Dekonami, you will still have Sue help you. You know, the lines will change, but like the romance doesn't stop, but the romance reaches its end, I should say, at chapter 5, and then this person is still with you, and you still, you know, you're still with them, but there's still story after that. This is not a game that ends on "we found our love." Like there's still more story, and you get more of your own growth, which is super rad. One of my favorite parts is that it's not just, all right, you found the love, that's it. Game over. Thank you for playing. Except it's not game over. There's a post-credits. This is outrageous. I demand to speak with my lawyer. Hello? Hello, can anyone hear me? You can't do this to me. I'm well aware of who you are. Good. And you know I can afford a lawyer who can run circles around you, whoever you are. True, if you are officially under arrest. Technically, this facility does not exist. Neither do I. What? You can't do this. If you prefer, I can hand you over to the police. There's a cybercrime task force that's eager to get their hands on you. But if you'd like to avoid a lengthy prison sentence, I have a proposition for you. I'd like to know about a tiny, tiny little detail buried in all those leaked files your daughter's posted online. Specifically the 1980X playtests. A what? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage. You know damn well what I'm talking about. Sinishlotion's Pride and Joy. You hosted secret playtests of that game. Oh, those tests. Sorry, but I don't see what help I'll be. I only played a minor role. Once the test was over, the machines were shipped out to other locations. Exactly. Against our authority. Sinishlotion distributed their prototypes. You're going to use all your connections, all your leverage, every drop of what little influence you have left, to help us find our property. Polybius was our project, Mr. Nami. We want it back. I love the post-credit scene. Game over. For real this time. Thank you for playing. Your flux capacitor is now charged. On your next playthrough, you can use the left bumper to scroll back in time and change your most recent decisions. Also, would you like to save your character and story data from this playthrough so you use it in any future Arcade Spirits expanded content? Yep. Now exporting data. All done. Thank you for playing. So yeah, now when the new Challengers comes out, you know, if it comes to console, I can use all my decisions from this to influence new Challengers. And hey, now we have Ashley up in the heart. Now it's just that's just this. Oh, before we wrap up, before we get out of here, here are the randos, and your gamer guy, Shress Gamer Woman, the Pixelpalooza owner. I feel like I didn't see some of these people if they even popped up. Like I don't remember the Max Enforcer or the Private Collector Woman. Oh, Dekonami Infiltrator. We did see the Teo Dancer, though. And then the test renders for the Ghost Monsters Ghost Monster area. And we got Ashley concept art because we finished with Ashley. I didn't pick those choices, yeah. I kind of like, I kind of wish I was on PC so I could highlight which one I mean. But I like both of the hair on the bottom, both of the side shave looks. Although I feel like the short hair and the striped shirt would be getting a little close to Android 18 from from Dragon Ball. Ah, there was even a belly shirt version at one point. Or at several points. And that's it, because we didn't get the rest of them yet. I will probably get the rest of these on my own, because I'm going to go through, do playthroughs to get everybody's... eventually I will probably 100% this to get all the achievements. That will probably not be on stream, so we're not doing, like, okay, I have this saved, but it hasn't saved as a separate thing for the version of my character that will be my advance. The version we advance with, which will be Romance Ashley, our, Dream Machine, our barcade with retro games, with great marketing. Gotta get those Shivas, though, so I'm gonna have to play through Romance every character. There is that one spot I could go back, and, do the thing. I can go back and get the bad end. I did put a save right there. But, guys, that's Arcade Sphere, so I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to bang out my write-up. That's probably the thing I'm gonna do after this. Put into Discord in case I'm not there. I'm sure I will be, but in case I'm not there for the podcast not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, the first Wednesday in July. But thank you everybody who tuned in this week and into last week for Arcade Spirits. This is one I've been meaning to tackle for a while, and it just wasn't something I curled up with to play on my own. So I'm glad I finally... Eat first, yeah. Well, I mean, I'll put the pizza in the oven and then I'll bang out my write-up, because I like doing it while it's still super fresh. And I mean, the write-up is like it's not long. Even the one for... And I'm sure we'll actually talk about it more, but at least, like, just in case these are my thoughts, and if people want to see them before the podcast, they can do so. Yeah, but thank you everybody who tuned in. This is one I've been meaning to get to, and I just haven't gotten around to doing so. So I'm glad we finally hit the point where we play through the game. Next week, as a reminder, first of all, we will be going back to the blue and purple, the normal setup next week. I know Pride Month won't technically be over, but we're just going to go back to the regular colors. I just wanted to wrap up Arcade Spirits before we did that. Plus, with all of this, I want to keep a relatively consistent look. I probably won't do the computer monitor, I don't think. It's going to take some experimenting this weekend, I think, to figure out if I want to do that computer monitor look for those for all of this all next week. I haven't decided yet. So we will start with King's Quest 1 on the Sega Master System. It'll be Monday. Tuesday should be King's Quest 5 on the NES. And Wednesday we'll start these Hugo games. And then obviously we have a new incentive there at $12.50 to play Home Alone 2 on the Super Nintendo. I haven't figured out anything new beyond that yet. When I know, I will let y'all know. Okay. Alright. Sorry, got text. Anyway. Y'all have yourselves a good weekend. I think Jazzy, unless she's still not feeling well, Jazzy's probably going live in 45 minutes. I'm not sure exactly what she's playing. I don't see anything saying she's not. Game days tonight. Reset Patrick is playing. Reset Patrick will be playing Castlevania Bloodlines. His host play the greats. On Saturday, Stumped will be doing their multiplayer madness. I don't know if it's going to be in person or not. Saturday night will be Johnny and Jimbo playing some old school beat 'em ups. Also, Joe will be live on Saturday. Probably doing more Dragon Age, I'd imagine. Sunday will be Jazz and Anna doing more Yakuza 3. And we'll also be... I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's going to be a game day Sunday or not. No one has said anything, and unfortunately, Fat Man Zach's computer is still broken, and he has already sent it back again, so he is not streaming. So I don't know if there's going to be a game day on Sunday, but stay tuned to Sub, stay tuned to game days, stay tuned to Joe's channel. Lots of stuff for you to watch this weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Start redeeming some of these challenges. Start redeeming some of these incentives that y'all got for me at the beginning. I'm pretty sure it was at the beginning of Arcade Spirits. So y'all have a good one. Thank you so much, everybody who tuned in.